Why is it? Why does it not list Fuda? He's the leading tackler. He's the fifth leading tackler in the state. Something's off about that. Maybe it doesn't include sophomores or something. But he's fifth in. I'm sorry, he's fifth in 5A. Yeah, I don't know why Chris Connell's listed as the average, unless he played a game fewer or something.
That crowd mic's a little hot. Okay.
It's. Uh-oh.
All
So
right.
it just need to be
Maybe it's just I'm just not used to hearing me as quiet as I am.
Yeah.
It's quiet in my head. All right, let's do. No, not just me. I turn up everybody, and it turns that up too. All right, we'll just roll with it, I guess.
Let's see.
Yeah. A lot of things going on at once here. No, how long we got, Zach? 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, you're good now. Yeah, do it. Triple A's. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, you know what? The other keyboard is in the Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is a cold, dark night here in Little Rock. It's 45 degrees with very calm skies. No, not a cloud that we can see. It's so dark anyway. I don't think we'd see them anyway.
Nope.
But it's very calm. No breeze out there to speak of. But the cold is going to be the factor in this game for sure.
It absolutely will. That's no doubt on that part.
I don't think either of these teams have played in this type of condition. It's very dry, but again, it's very cold. So all the fans are bundled up. You'll see blankets, scarves, hats, gloves. It's all coming out, and I'm sure that the concession stand is going to run out of hot chocolate before this one's over.
Oh, for sure. I mean, the Den would. I'm surprised the Den isn't open. I mean, if you're the Den, why aren't you not open and selling
Coats
hats,
and gloves?
coats? Yeah, I mean, just sell it all.
Absolutely, no doubt. Well, this is going to be a fun game. Of course, Alma. I'm gonna commit to get that right the whole game. It's not going to happen, but I'm going to. Alma is the Alma Air. No, I already said it wrong, didn't I? No, it's Alma.
No,
yeah, that's
Alma,
right.
yes.
That's right. Alma. The Alma Airedales, and if you're looking at the feed there, you see our bear. That's Bruiser there. But we're facing the Airedales, and that is a very, in any other circumstance, that is a very cute little dog.
Yes.
But in this case, it can be quite vicious.
Terrifying.
We got to watch out for the Airedales, and they come from Alma, which is just outside of Fort Smith. There's a very nice restaurant, by the way, that's got some great seafood if you're ever in the area. Dad and I stopped by there a few weeks ago. We were on a little excursion to go find some random fishing holes, and we were hungry for something and just found that place. It was nice. I don't even remember the name of it, but
Left quite the impression.
It did. I think we went back at some point, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. So tonight we've got some great football lined up. I think that this is going to be a very contrasting game, similar to the ones that we've seen in the past few weeks, because, of course, as we all know, Pulaski Academy runs a passing game. I think that they'll run the ball some, but I think overall we can all agree that they play a passing game.
Yes.
The Airedales are kind of the opposite of that. They still pass, don't get me wrong, but they prefer to run the ball.
Yes.
And where Pulaski Academy has speed, they have size.
Yes.
And that's quite evident just looking at their quarterback alone. Their primary quarterback was that number 14?
Number 14, yes.
Landon Blair, 6'1", 228 pounds. He's a junior this year.
And he is also their punter.
Interesting. That's not the first time we've seen that this year.
Nope. He is their punter. He's punted 20 times this year. As I understand it, they kind of picked up some cues from the Bruins offense. I was watching some of their tape on YouTube, and they'll kick onside kicks after they score. They might be inclined to go for it on fourth, which of course makes it extra tricky if you got the same guy back there that could put his foot on the ball or could launch it down the field or take off running with it. I mean, he only has 175 yards, but if they only need 2 yards,
right.
And 175 yards rushing on the year, but if they only need 2 yards, why not hand it to the guy that's 6'1", 228?
You talk about percentage for the year or statistics for the year. I've got one for you. How's this? Going to our own number 12. Braden Bratcher, for the year, leads the state in passing. Now, I've said this already once before in this season, but let me reiterate. I'm not talking about in the 5A conference. I'm not talking about in Central Arkansas. In the state. He leads the entire state in passing with 3,067 yards before tonight.
Wow. And so that's 6A, 7A, 4A, 3A, 2A.
The entire state.
Not even 1A, but if there was 1A, it's still.
Right. Last week alone, he completed 67% of his passes, which is the same percentage that he's had all year long. He gained another 377 yards last week. Now, just out of curiosity, I went and looked it up. And before we start talking anywhere along a state record, he's got to get in that 4,000 mark.
Yeah.
But with 4 games left, and last
presumably.
Week, presumably.
Yeah,
4 games. There's possibly.
We're allowed the leeway to do that.
Yeah, exactly. But it's possible that he could knock on that door of 4,000 or more.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
So we wish him the luck with that.
One thing y'all kind of heard throughout the season when the opener, if you've caught the pregame show, is this drive for 5.
Yeah.
And we need to kind of discuss why it's been called that. I mean, I'm sure most of the listeners out there know this is going for number 5 straight conference championship for the Bruins. And let's just talk a little bit about their road there. Obviously, tonight we got the Alma Airedales that we're going up against. You know, a respectable team. Any team you play in the playoffs is going to be respectable. If they get by them, then they have McClellan and Valley View are playing also right about this time tonight.
And of course, McClellan is starting off is entering the playoffs at the 2nd seed in the South, and Valley View is number 3 in the East.
So I assume Valley View is going to be visiting McClellan tonight. So both those games are going to be taking place in Little Rock. The winner of that game would play the winner of tonight's game. And then looking a little bit beyond there, obviously the expected team to come out of the bottom part of the bracket. You got Harrison and Whitehall playing, Wynn and Camden Fairview playing. Everyone kind of expects Harrison to come out of that.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's kind of what we're thinking might be the next 2 games beyond this. And then, of course, looming on the other side of the brackets, you have the nemesis.
Right.
Little Rock Christian. Yep. Yes, they and this time, you know, in the playoffs, they do have their quarterback, Justice Hill.
And he's back now. Of course, we didn't play him the first time.
Nope.
He was injured earlier in the season, so if we end up facing Little Rock Christian, it'll be a completely different game than what we've seen earlier in the season.
Yes, so, you know, it's a pretty tough road, but at that point, I think we're going to go ahead and take it to a break while we sing the national anthem here.
Let's do that.
You're listening to Bruin Football on 101.1 FM, The Answer.
Welcome back to Richter Field at Joe B. Hatcher Stadium at Pulaski Academy for tonight's game. First round of the playoffs between the Pulaski Academy Bruins and the Airedales of Alma High School. Alma. Dang it. I knew I wasn't even going to make it. I wasn't even going to make it in the pregame through it. Yeah, it's Alma.
Al. Remember Alma.
Alma. There we go. All right. So the Alma band has just finished playing their alma mater, and now that you have the Pulaski Academy band out there playing the Bruin alma mater, and it's always a touching sight. But looking again back to last week, we played at Whitehall. That was a fun game. It was cold, but not quite as cold as tonight.
Yes.
And so just looking at some of the numbers from last week, you had Hudson Henry, who received 5 passes for 58 yards. Not that's notable. That's notable. However, let's look at number 5. Old Cinco there. He had J.D. White led the team in receiving with 7 receptions, just 7, for 178 yards total. Of course, now he leads the team in receiving with 1,149 yards.
Just the team?
Just the team.
He didn't lead the conference?
I think he's number 2 in the conference.
He's number 2 in the conference.
Right.
Who?
In the state. Number 2 in the
state.
I'm being
Number
told.
1 in the conference.
There you go.
There you go.
So,
Brooks, you can chime in.
Yeah. Jump on in there, Brooks.
Okay.
Brooks Beasley joining us as always, giving us some statistics. See if I can get it out. Statistics.
Yes.
But also we had Merritt Jones. He received 3 passes for 84 yards in there as well. Jaden Kelly last week rushed for 110 yards. Not to be shown up, there was Isarius Woods. He got in there as well, rushing for 68 yards. And go back to Jaden Kelly for the year. He's rushed for 1,012 yards, so putting out those numbers.
Well, actually, there's some negative yardage in there, so he's technically 6 yards shy.
Oh, okay.
Something tells me he's going to break that tonight.
I think
just a guess.
That's a good bet. That's a good bet.
Yes, and as you mentioned earlier, Braden Bratcher broke the 3,000-yard passing mark. J.D. White shattered the 1,000-yard receiving mark, and Jaden Kelly is looking to break the 1,000-yard mark tonight. And then, Brooks, you mentioned someone else who's aiming for 1,000 in receiving, I believe.
That's Hudson Henry. Right now he's at 844. He only needs a 156 to get into the 1,000
So he
yards.
just needs to have a J.D. White night.
Right. If he does, maybe he can pull it on out and get 1,000 yards. But he's got 10 touchdowns and 65 receptions.
So one thing while we're talking about J.D. White and just the leaders of the team, I want to go ahead and give out some yearly awards.
Okay.
I'm going to start off with the offense. Mr. J.D. White has earned himself the Offensive Player of the Year award, decided by me. So not a whole lot of analysis going on here.
Sure.
We talked about it. He bounced back from it was still a good game,
Right.
but not a good game for him
Right.
to start off the year. And he has finished the year leading the state, or the conference, rather, in total yards receiving and receiving touchdowns, I think at 18. On the defensive side of the ball, I'm going to give it to Clay James. Now, we faced a lot of running teams this year, which means they're going to stack the box. They're going to have 8-9 players out there just waiting for the fullback or the running back to just come charging up the middle, which usually means that Clay James is going to be out there playing one-on-one almost every single time. And he has done an excellent job of that. And not only that, but he also does the kickoffs.
Right.
And he has done an excellent job on both aspects of the game. So I'm going to give those to him. And then the freshman or breakout player, whatever you want to call it, Futa Shinkawa, who is 5th in the state in total tackles.
Sophomore.
The conference.
Yeah.
Yes, as a sophomore.
Right.
In the entire entire conference.
Incredible.
Number 5. Having not played last year on the varsity team, that's quite the impressive resume for him, and very excited for the next couple of years with him leading that defense.
Well, I'll say I'm certainly impressed with him. He comes off the corners there on the end on the defense, and he's giving the quarterbacks all they want and then some.
Oh, I mean, those guys are used to having a little more time to, if they roll out, they're used to having, second and a half, whatever the case may be. They don't have it when he's coming after them.
No, they sure don't. And like we said before, what really impresses me is just a sophomore, and we're going to have 2 more years of him, so that's going to be he's going to be setting some marks pretty high for the other players to follow him.
Yeah, and then one last player I want to mention now for the other side of the ball, and since we're on the topic of people coming off the corner, Karsten Beno, I believe is how to pronounce it. I did not check that, but he's a 5'11" 180-pound defensive end. he has recorded 15 tackles for a loss this year. 7.5 of those are for sacks. That is the second in 5A football. So he is probably their own little speedster, if you will. I say little, 5'11", not very little, but some Bratcher's going to have to keep an eye on him.
I definitely, certainly will.
Well, with that, the leaders of the team, the captains, are heading out to flip the coin. I believe we're going to go ahead and take another break.
We could do that. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Pulaski Academy Bruin Football on 101.1 FM, The Answer. Welcome back to Richter Field at Joe B. Hatcher Stadium. Folks, if you want to send us your comments throughout the game, feel free to do so. You can send us a text message or get this number down. It's 501-570-6464. Nobody will answer that if you call, so don't bother calling. But feel free to send us a text throughout the game. We'll read your appropriate comments on the air.
Yes. We're still subject to some FCC rules.
Of course.
And, of course, you can also do hashtag PA Bruins on Twitter if you're on the social media.
That's right. So the Bruins won the toss and elected to receive. So they'll have the ball first to start off the playoffs for 2018. We've got a nice-sized crowd here for representing the Bruins. The band is out there. The cheerleaders are cheering. And I've got to say, I think that a lot of the Alma fans were waiting in their car for this one to start, and I cannot say I blame them. The stands on the far side of the field looked quite empty, even only about 5 minutes ago.
Yes.
But now they're quite full.
So filled up quickly.
They really did. So there's folks standing on the back row. There's they have a nice-sized band. There's so many people in the stands that the band can't even fit in there. I understand they brought 4 buses to bring the several students and the band.
Wow.
They were here earlier today. So here comes the Alma Airedales. That's number 60 kicking off. That's Dane Martin. He kicks it off deep. It's received at the 15-yard line by number 1, Mason Cobb. He brings it up to about the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bruins.
Yeah, that kick did not go very far. Now, one thing that they do have the tendency to do is they will onside kick it. So I was curious to see if they were going to do it, but it looks like they're going to put the Bruins fairly deep in their own territory, but not awful starting position.
So now Braden Bratcher is in the backfield. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Mason Cobb. He's going to pass it. No, While he's looking to pass, he's dropped in the backfield by number 39, Keegan Roseberry.
Yeah, he just didn't really have any time. I mean, there was one man right on top of him. He was able to avoid that initial rusher, but then another one came out and blindsided him. Here's the snap. Bratcher's looking. He's looking. He's running now. Still looking.
There's the pass. It's complete to Henry. He's at the 30-yard line, and he's met by a pack of Airedales. So he's gained another couple of yards like he tends to do, just falling forward. So they'll place the ball at the 33-yard line. Let's see if that's enough. And it'll be – nope, they'll place it at the 31-yard line. That'll be 3rd down and 2 yards to go for the Bruins. Here's Bratcher in the shotgun. There's the snap. Play action. He's looking to pass to the right side. It's complete to J.D. White at the 35, at the 40. And he's forced out of bounds at the 46-yard line. That's enough to move the chains. 1st down, Bruins.
Oh, and that was an excellent job by Ender Cobb there. He was to make the block, but he waited until that defender had turned around so he didn't get a penalty for blocking the back.
He was forced out of bounds by number 7 of Alma. That's Austin Fraley. This time he has the snap. He's going to pass it across to number 11, Nate Cumming, and he makes his way all the way up inside the 35-yard line. Another 1st down. They're on a march.
They are. Nate Cumming did a good job of making a couple tacklers miss before he was finally brought down by oh, okay, that was Jaden Kelly with the catch and run. We're not used to seeing him on the spot.
All right, once again, Bratcher in the shotgun. There's the snap. He's looking to the right side. There's the pass. It's complete to Henry at the 20-yard line. He's at the 15, and he gets tripped up by number 23, Josh Davis.
Well, and it looks like they're still going to be trying to send 5 or 6 guys every time after Bratcher, which is going to leave people open if he can find them. That time it was Henry that was left open.
Henry again in the shotgun. He has Kelly to his left, 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. There's the pass. It's complete to Merritt Jones, and he's stopped. He's met immediately after he received that pass right about the 7-yard line. Let's see if that's not going to be enough to move the chains, but that will be 2nd down and 2 yards to go for the Bruins.
Well, and they gave Jones a little cushion there, and the Bruins took advantage of it. Bratcher saw it and just immediately hit him on the slant.
Bratcher in the shotgun again. He has Kelly to his left. There's the snap. Handoff to Kelly. He runs it straight up the middle, and he's in there. That's a touchdown for the Bruins with 9:52 remaining in this 1st quarter.
Not just a touchdown, a 1,000-yard mark touchdown.
There you go. That's all it takes. Over 1,000 for number 21, Jaden Kelly.
Congratulations to you, Mr. Kelly. What a way to get it. So now they're looking to the sidelines, and Bratcher's still out there. They're not even thinking about going for the extra point here.
There's Bratcher. He's going to pass it into the end zone, and it's complete to number 4 once again. So Merritt Jones walks away with the touchdown and the extra point. Bruins leading this one 8-0 over the Airedales. We'll be right back. You're listening to Bruin Football on 101.1 FM, The Answer. Welcome back to Pulaski Academy. The Bruins leading this game 8-0 over the Alma Airedales with 9:52 remaining in the 1st quarter. They strike hard, strike fast. What does that remind you of? Oh, come on.
Oh,
Cobra Kai.
I'm going to say, for
Karate
some reason,
Kid.
Conan the Barbarian stuck in my head.
That scoring drive was a 6-play, 77-yard drive. They resulted in a 7-yard touchdown run by Jaden Kelly. Took 2:05 off the clock. There's Savannah Goodwin with an onside kick. It's fielded at the 50-yard line. It looks like it bounced off of one of the Airedales. Let's see who recovered it. Yes, no. No, the Bruins do have it. The first signal was that Alma came up with the ball, but no, the Bruins received that onside kick, so they're doing it again.
The look on the faces on the opposite sideline told the whole story. They knew who had the ball.
They did.
even though we couldn't tell immediately on our side.
Of course, it crossed the 50-yard line, which it had to do, but it bounced off of one of the Airedales and was finally dropped on at the 48-yard line by one of the Bruins.
Yes.
Looks like it was fielded by number 40, Luke Witham.
By the way, Sear Emmy's driven before you as Conan.
So here's Braden Bratcher in the shotgun. There's the snap. He's looking to pass, but he's getting wrapped up from all directions. No time at all for Bratcher on that one.
I mean, that was almost a repeat of what happened the very first drive. They just were on top of him before he knew what was coming. Of course, that time it was Mason Cobb, but and Cobb was still looking to find an open receiver.
That was number 52, Matt Hamlin, with the tackle. Here comes the next play. There's the snap. He's looking to the right side to pass. He doesn't have as much time as he thinks he does. There's a flag coming in. There's the pass, and it's intercepted by number 9 of the Airedales. That's Grayson Bailey. He makes his way back up to the 50-yard line. Let's take a look at this flag.
I'm afraid that's going to be on the Bruins for holding, and it's going to be declined.
Let's go to the referee. So that penalty is holding against the Bruins. It is declined. So that means the Airedales get the ball back. They'll start their very first offensive drive of this game from their own 49-yard line, 1st and 10. Bruins leading this one 8-0.
That was a bit of a frustration pass by Bratcher there. He's been, sacked twice. And
there's the snap. Handoff immediately goes to number 39, Keegan Roseberry. He runs to the right, comes back to the left. Nope, he ain't. Little shovel pass to number 18. That's Marquise Peter. He is forced out of bounds just outside the 35-yard line. That's enough to move the chains for the Airedales.
Yeah, that was a double reverse, I guess you want to call it, or double flea flicker. It was, he handed off to one running back, and then he pitched it to the receiver, and the receiver found plenty of running room. A couple of Bruins got tangled up back there and just couldn't pick up the running man.
Number 14 is the quarterback for the Airedales. That's Landon Blair. There's the snap. Handoff goes to number 23, Josh Davis, running the right side of the field. And he's forced down by number 7 himself, Chris Connell. Put up lots of defensive stats for the Bruins last week, and he's going to be a massive player in this week again.
Yes, so look for him. I mean, basically the line's going to have to come through big here because from what we've seen, as you mentioned earlier, the Airedales like to run it a lot.
So the Airedales looking to the sideline for the play. That was another first down, so it's 1st and 10 for Alma. 8:36 on the clock. Bruins leading 8-0. There's the snap. Passes to the left side. It's complete to number 39. That's Keegan Roseberry. He's stopped right at the 10-yard line.
He is their starting running back. He is a 6-foot, 200-pound senior who probably just passed 700 yards with that rush. He also plays middle linebacker and has recorded 37 tackles, including 6 for a loss on the year. So extremely talented player. And we're marching backwards.
So they had a flag against Alma for holding. So that's a 10-yard penalty. They've placed the ball at not the 19-yard line. Let's see, where is that? The 31-yard line, it looks like.
Yep.
The scoreboard's a little off there.
There we go.
So it's first down, 21 yards to go, according to the sticks. There's the snap. Handoff again to Roseberry. He runs to the right side of the field and is met immediately at the 30-yard line. Picks up another 2 or so after that. That'll bring up 2nd down and about 19.
That was Matthew Hugg on the tackle. He did a good job one-on-one, just bringing him down and denying him any more yardage than he was able to get. I think that was only good was that just back to the line of scrimmage, maybe picked up a yard, but not much doing there.
Yeah, they were originally at the 31,
oh, no, okay.
So it's about 3 or 4.
3 yards.
Yeah. This will be 2nd and 18. Once again, here's Landon Blair in the shotgun. There's the snap. Here's 5 receivers downfield. There's the pass. It's complete. Oh, it was in the arms of number 1, Bobby Winfrey. His closest defender was about 3 yards behind him, but he just wasn't able to pull that one in.
Oh, he's going to be reliving that one for the rest of the night. That's one of those ones, yeah, you just send him to the sidelines, let him think about it, don't get too frustrated. But, man, oh, man, that was going to be good for a touchdown, if not at least a, 1st and 10 at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, I guess.
Look, the Airedales looking to the sidelines, and now they're ready. Man in motion. He has one receiver to the right, two to the left. There's the pass. It's complete this time. Complete to, let's see, number 9. That's Grayson Bailey. He's stopped by number 34 of the Bruins, Blake Titus.
And we're looking at about 4th and 5 here, and they do not look like they're even considering the field goal team. Now, wait. Got him.
Oh, they have a lot of changes coming out. Let's see what happens here.
Well, it's 15 seconds left on the play clock. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Whatever they're going to do, they
had better hurry it up.
They're going for it.
Man in motion. Oh, there's whistles coming in before the snap.
There's a flag on the field.
On the near side of the field. Let's see what this is. Offsides against the offense.
There's a delay of game.
Oh, he did this.
Oh, it was offsides. Yeah. Oh, I assumed it was delay of game.
I did too, but no, he called offsides.
Huh. Well, the Airedales are certainly shooting themselves in the foot here. That's 2 costly penalties in a row. So now they're looking at
4th and 11 instead of 4th and 5.
4th and.
Well,
4th and.
Yeah, it should be 4th and 9. But
yeah, well, that's what that's what the scoreboard's saying. So yeah. You're right. They're still going for it.
There's the snap. He's looking to pass. Pass is up in the air. He's got a man in the end zone. He did not catch it. Again, in his hands and right out of his hands. So the Bruins will take possession of the ball at their own 20-yard line. The Bruins leading this one 8-0 over Alma. I'm going to get it right by the end of this game. I promise.
Alma sings the alma mater.
Okay, they'll try that. 6:28 remaining in the first quarter.
That was Blake Titus on the pass breakup there. He did a good job of turning around and actually getting a hand on the ball before it got to the receiver. It was at least one of the Airedale receivers was looking for a pass interference there, but the referee did not agree.
So here's the Bruins. Bratcher has the snap. He passes. It's complete to Cumming. He's at the 30. He's at the 25. The 35. And he's forced down by number 7, Austin Fraley.
Well, in those types of plays, you almost have to expect the receiver, and it's a wide receiver screen play to the right side. You have to expect the receiver to be able to make at least one man miss, that being the man covering him. And he did a good job of doing that.
Bratcher in the shotgun. One man to the left. There it is. There's the snap. Handoff immediately goes to Kelly. He makes his way up to the 48-yard line before he's stopped again by number 7, Austin Fraley.
And the Airedales are rushing. They rushed at least 4 different guys out there to try to get the switch in before the next snap.
There's the Bruins are already set up. He's got 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. There's the snap to Bratcher. He's looking to the right side. There's the pass. It's complete to number 4, Merritt Jones. It's about a 2-yard gain. Nope, they're going to, let's see how far they push it. They're going to give him about 3.5 yards. Go ahead and give them 4, it looks like. They just keep inching it on the other side of the field there. So that'll be 2nd down and about 6 to go. He was forced out of bounds by number 3, Tanner Shelton. Bruins already set up again. Saw some interesting formations from them in practice this week. We'll see those later this evening. There's the snap. Bratcher looking to the left side to pass. The pass is out there. It's complete to Henry at the 30, at the 25, the 20, and he's forced out of bounds just shy of the 15-yard line. Go ahead.
Beautiful pass. I mean, that was the kind of pass that like scouts are going to see and might get him an extra offer from a Division 1 or 2 team, depending on who's looking at him these days.
No doubt. He's forced out of bounds by number 26. That was Logan Christoner. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Kelly right up the middle. He's at the 5. He's met by a couple of wild dogs and forced down right at the 2-yard line. That's enough for a first down, but not into the end zone just yet.
Oh, and he kind of hesitated there. He was trying to decide whether he was going to make the guy juke or just try to barrel over him. And he decided to take a lick, and it picked him up a couple more yards.
At the the 2-yard line, the 2nd-yard line. I'm not sure where that came from. Here's Braden Bratcher again in the shotgun. This time he has Andrew Cobb to his right. No, excuse me, that's it. That's Woods to his right side. He hands it off to him, and he's in the end zone once again. The Bruins tonight are wearing navy uniforms, navy tops and bottoms with baby blue numbers and a white outline.
Yep. Makes it a lot easier to see the numbers.
You know, it's better than the white and gold, I'll give you that.
Mm-hmm.
But I honestly and truly believe that there should be a committee of sportscasters, public address announcers, something that has to approve the color scheme of any uniform.
Yes.
There's the snap. Handoff immediately goes to Kelly. Let's see if he broke the plane. I'm not sure that he did.
Not seeing a signal. Nope.
No, the signal is no. The extra point attempt is no good. So with 5:14 remaining in the first quarter, the Bruins still lead 14-0 over Alma. We'll be right back. You're listening to Bruin Football on 101.1 FM, The Answer. Pulaski Academy, 5:14 remaining in the first quarter. The Bruins leading the Alma Airedales 14-0. That last scoring drive for the Bruins was a 6-play, 80-yard drive that resulted in a 2-yard touchdown run by Isarius Woods. It took 1:14 off the clock. Thank you, Brooks Beasley.
Well, it looks like Savannah Goodwin's back out there to kick, and I imagine we'll probably see another one of those spinners. With this cold weather, it's certainly makes it hard to hang on to.
She has the ball on the tee, but it's laying on its belly with the stitches up in the air. Here comes the kick. There it is. Oh, it's just going to dribble. Looks like it's not. It's going to be difficult to make it a full 10 yards. And so one of the Airedales was able to just drop right on top of it at the 49-yard line in Bruins territory.
That was a smart call by number 39, Keegan Roseberry, to go ahead and just jump on top of it, because there were enough Bruin players there that if it got to the 10-yard, the 50-yard line, they were all going to jump on it. It was just going to be a dog pile. No pun intended. Bear dog pile.
Well, there you go. Looking already to who is going to face the winner of this game. Valley View leads McClellan 7-0 in the first quarter. So here's the Airedales from the Bruins' 49-yard line, 1st and 10. There's the snap. Little play fake. There's a pass. It's deep pass. Ew, and it's into the arms of number 18. That's Marquise Peter for a touchdown for the Airedales. One play, one pass, one touchdown.
That was impressive. I feel like they saw enough one-on-one where the Airedale receivers were getting open, near the end zone or further down the field at least, and figured they'd go ahead and take another shot at it, and it certainly paid off dividends for them. Bruins are going to have to get a free safety back there and leave them a little deeper in the future to respect that type of pass.
They have number 60, Dane Martin, kicking. There's the kick. It's up, and it's good. So the Bruins still leading 14-7 over the Alma Airedales.
Well, and looking to the other scores throughout the state, Whitehall is trailing Harrison 7-0 in the first quarter. Little Rock Parkview is leading Morrilton 6-0, also in the first quarter. Got Blytheville trailing Hot Springs Lakeside.
Nope,
I'm sorry, they're
around.
Leading, 12-0. Don't have a result from Little Rock Christian or Greenbrier. Same with Nettleton and Texarkana, and Wynn is leading Camden Fairview 3-0
by a field goal. Interesting.
Yep. I expect to see a lot of those in chillier weather. Not everyone's throwing 50-yard bombs for for touchdowns like we just saw.
This is true.
So I'll be interested to see, are they going to onside kick it here, or are they going to just go ahead and boot it downfield? You know, one advantage to booting it downfield is, you know, with the colder weather, it's harder to bring the ball in, and, you know, it's almost might be as effective as the onside kick.
So the kicker for the Airedales is number 47, Aaron Wilkinson. He has the ball teed up. It's placed upright at the 40-yard line. He's looking to both sides to make sure. Let's see who's actually going to kick it. They have two out there. Oh, it's actually kicked by number 60, Dane Martin. Didn't quite make it to the 50-yard line. They did onside kick it, but it made it only to the Airedales' 49-yard line.
Do you know why it didn't make it? Because they did not account for the Shinkawa equation. He was on top of that ball before it got to that. It was going to get past the 50-yard line, but he was on top of it.
Okay.
And
that's all you have to do.
Yep. Maybe next time kick it away from him. I don't know.
That's what we call an unbalanced equation. Oh, my.
Wow.
Stay right here, folks. The dad jokes, they never stop.
Nope.
All right, here's Bratcher in the shotgun. He has two receivers close to the left side and two receivers close to the right side. One running back on his right side. There's the snap. Handoff immediately goes to number 4. That's Merritt Jones. He runs to the left side of the field and is forced out of bounds at the 38-yard line. That will be enough to move the chains, I think. Let's see.
Yep. They're
yes,
marching.
It will. Yeah. So 1st and 10 for the Bruins already.
Well, and Merritt Jones came off that right side, off the strong side, and was in motion, and Bratcher just kind of pitched it to him as he was running by, and he had a couple of blockers out in front of him. They did their job, and he did his job.
This time he has one receiver to the left, 3 to the right. There's the snap. He's looking to pass downfield to the right side. There's the pass. It's complete to number 94. No, I'm sorry, that is 84. Hudson Henry. I thought, who is 94? I'm not sure. But that is Henry down there. Those numbers throwing me off already.
Well, and he actually fell down, got back up, and then Bratcher was able to find it. But Bratcher rotated through about at least 3 options before he went back to Henry, his kind of go-to man when he's in trouble.
Another first down for the Bruins. There's the snap to Bratcher. A little shovel pass to number 5, J.D. White. He's at the 20, the 15, and he's forced down at the 10-yard line. Let's see. He's stopped by number 9, Grayson Bailey, and number 34, Gabriel Jensen.
And White started off at the tight end position and just kind of was in motion, much like Jones was that previous play.
Here's 2nd down, 2 yards to go for the Bruins. There's the snap. He has men on the left side. There's the pass. It's complete to Henry, and he makes his way into the end zone. Let's see. Yes, it is. Touchdown, Bruins.
Oh, and that time the Airedales did not hesitate. They sent 6 men, and Bratcher took advantage of it, saw Henry open over the middle, and hit his man.
Love it. There go the flags right along the backside of the
You know, are you missing the cannon from last week?
I am missing the cannon. That was so much fun. The best part about that cannon at Whitehall is watching the visiting crowd when they're not suspecting it. They don't expect it. Every time it goes off and they score, everybody in the whole stadium jumps. So here's Mason Cobb in the quarterback position for the extra point attempt.
Bratcher's in motion.
He's going to take the snap and push it in there directly. He'll take it on his own. So the 2-point conversion is good. So the Bruins, with 4:12 remaining in the first quarter, the Bruins lead 22-7 over Alma. We'll be right back. You're listening to Bruin Football on 101.1 FM, The Answer. Welcome back to Pulaski Academy. The Bruins leading 22-7 over Alma. That last scoring drive for the Bruins was a 4-play, 49-yard drive that resulted in an 11-yard touchdown pass from Braden Bratcher to Hudson Henry. It took 51 seconds off the clock. That's the kind of numbers we like to see.
The kind of numbers we're used to seeing.
Yes, that's right. Looks like we have a new kicker out to kick off for the Bruins. This is number 90, freshman Vaughn Seelick. He has the ball on a tee, facing upright. Here comes the kick. There it is. Dribbles across the 50-yard line, and it's fielded immediately by number 7 of the Airedales. That's Austin Fraley. He drops right on the Airedales' 49-yard line where they'll start their next possession.
Well, and you can tell that they practice for that, partly because that's also their game plan, because not only did number 7 receive it, but number 9 jumped on top of him
just to make sure. Yeah, just to make sure nobody can slide in and pop it out.
Yep.
That'll happen.
It's not something we've seen much from other teams this year, but they've clearly practiced it.
That's a good strategy. 4:11 remaining in the first quarter. Quarterback for the Airedales, number 14, Blair. There he has the snap. Handoff immediately goes to Roseberry. He makes his way right up the middle. And not sure what that motion was by number 59 there. He was
missed it. It's a missed block motion is what it was, because Shinkawa shot up the middle and brought him down for a 2-yard loss.
Nice.
But there is no one, I mean, there are no safeties back there. The Bruins have said, beat us on the air. That's what you're going to have to do. It worked last time. You're going to have to keep on doing it, because we're not going to play safeties tonight. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 men in the box.
There's the snap. Little play fake. Pass is incomplete. No, he's there. 18 is calling for a flag. He's not going to get it because he had the receiver had the ball already in front of him when he was wrapped up. So
yeah, it was a close one. It could have gone either way. It might have been considered uncatchable, but that was a good job by Blake Titus on the defense there. That's the second one for him tonight. Yep. Looks like he's going to have his hands full.
Those of you watching tonight on the live stream online, you get the benefit of having Sarah Gorman as our producer. You get to see lots of the action there. Thank you, Sarah. There's the pass. It's complete to number 9. No, it's not. He says no, it's incomplete, and there's a flag.
I'm not sure.
I'm going to guess he thinks that's a late hit.
But he caught the ball, I mean, it could have been in bounds.
Right. Let's see. They're not taking very long to discuss it, so that's the only thing I could imagine it would be. Let's see.
But I'm not sure how you can. He said it was after the penalty, after the play, but no whistle had been blown. I'm not sure how you can declare that was after the play.
Yeah, he did say that was a personal foul against number 32. That's Shinkawa.
Well, that's unfortunate because they had him at 3rd and 12 at that point.
Yeah, he did make contact when he was out of bounds. Looking at the replay there. So unfortunate. At least nobody was hurt. Here's 1st and 10 for the Airedales. 3:23, Bruins leading 22-7. Here's the snap. There's a flag on the play.
Someone misunderstood the snap count because it's going to be marching backwards.
The Airedales wanted to have some words with the Bruins about it.
Once again, the Airedales seem to be shooting themselves in the foot, much like that first drive of theirs.
So now they have 1st down, 15 yards to go. Blair in the shotgun. He has one running back to his right side, 2 receivers to the right. Looking back to the sidelines to confirm the play. Now he's ready. He has a man in motion. There's the snap. Looking to pass. Passes up in the air as he's hit in the back, and the ball goes dropping to the ground at about the 22-yard line. He's going to remember having his bell rung like that tonight.
I'm not sure who it was on the rush. I was watching where the ball was going, and once again, that was Blake Titus on the coverage. It looks like they're just going to be attacking him. They're staying away from Clay James tonight.
So they're going to swap out about 4 or 5 members of the offensive line there.
2nd down and 15. 3 minutes and 16 seconds left on the first quarter.
Here comes Blair in the shotgun. He has one receiver to the left, three to the right. Handoff immediately goes to, I believe that's number 39, Rosemary.
Oh, and there's a flag on the field near the line of scrimmage.
Came from the Bruins side. Let's see.
Fuda Shinkawa was on the stop, but everyone's – yep.
Nope, it is against the offense.
And now the Airedales find themselves in their own territory at the 46-yard line. That is quite the momentum shift there.
It certainly is. That'll give them second down and about 25 yards to go.
They've shown that they're not afraid to throw it deep.
Let's see. We still don't have anyone.
No. Well, the safeties are playing a little further back now.
Sure.
Respecting that at this point.
There's the snap. He's looking to pass to the right side. There's the pass. It's caught by number 2, Peyton Canfield, and he's stopped immediately by number 34, Blake Titus.
And number 7, Chris Connell, was there on the stop as well. Good job by both of them to be on top of the receiver as soon as he gets the ball. Give him about that 7-8 yards. That's fine. They're still looking at third and about, 20?
Yeah.
21?
Blair in the shotgun. There's the snap. Looking to the left side. Nope, he's going to scramble out of the pocket, but he's got nowhere to go. He's got Bruins all on top of him. So the referee will blow that one dead. Looks like he did gain about – no, he didn't. He lost about 3 yards on that one.
Wow, and Clinton Wilson was on the stop there. I think I saw Jake Terry in the mix as well. Good job. I mean, they were through that line pretty quickly. So it's 4th and 21 with a minute 50 seconds left in the first quarter.
John Gorman providing those replays for you. There's the snap. The kick is up off of the foot of number 14, Landon Blair, and I'm looking for the hands to go up in the air.
Nope.
Nope, nobody's going to do it.
Well, and I'm sure they were counting on the fact that they were expecting the Bruins to be confused.
Right. Of course, as always, when the punt went up, the Bruins left the field. So that's always fun to watch the opposing team kind of look around and say, where'd they go? What did I miss? What's going on? But in the meantime, a minute 30 remaining in the first quarter. Bruins leading 22-7. We'll keep it right here.
Like
Bruins have the ball at their own 6-yard line, 1st and 10.
I'm looking for Bratcher. There he is. He was getting the play from Coach Kelly on the sidelines. Charging out there. Looks like number 18 coming out there to join him. That's Dylan Allison.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised to see him in motion here. And the end around seemed to be working pretty well for him tonight.
See if I can get an angle on this. There's the snap. Bratcher's going to keep it, running to the right side of the field. He's at the 15, and he's stopped by the Airedales. Stopped by I believe that's number 32, Michael Shadden. Is that right?
I saw at number 33 he was able to evade.
That's right, 33.
That's Karsten Bonneau. He was able to get out of his grip, pick up that extra yardage.
All right. The Bruins shifting it up quite a bit.
It's a swinging gate formation.
Look at this. And now the referee says, no, I don't like this. Or no, it wasn't the referee. That was the Airedales. They immediately called a timeout. They said, whoa, what is that? All right. So with 57 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Bruins lead 22-7. We'll be right back. You're listening to Bruin Football on 101.1 FM, The Answer. In the studio tonight by my father-in-law, Tony Swindle. He's here watching the game, and he is commenting on the fact that, yeah, it's nice we're indoors this week. That's true. It's cold out there. Last week it was too. Bratcher in the shotgun. They're going to shift it up again. A little swinging gate formation. They've got 3 on the line.
we say swinging gate. I want to almost call it like a screen door.
There's the handoff. Immediately goes to number 24 of the Bruins. That's Caleb Nichols.
Because that's not even like a standard swinging gate formation. Because usually you don't have the two men back there by the quarterback. And what they do is they start off next to the quarterback, and then they run them to the line to act as blockers. And then the man in motion came from the left side where the most of the Bruins were. So I'm going to call it a screen door.
A screen door, I like it. There's the snap for the next one. He's looking to pass down the right side. It's complete to Henry. He stopped immediately at the 45-yard line, still in Bruin territory, but that's enough for a first down for the Bruins.
And that right there is why Hudson Henry was such a sought-after recruit because, he wasn't even looking at the ball. Bradshaw had already let go of it. Hudson had maybe half a second to turn around, realize the ball was coming to him. He brought it into his arms while he was getting hit and still came up with it and the first down.
He was stopped by number 3, Tanner Shelton, and number 34, Gabriel Jensen. Once again, everyone's pulled in tight for this one. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Mason Cobb. He's at the 50-yard line, the 45, at the 40, and still pushing. He's got his way up to the, let's see where they mark this one. They're going to mark it right at the 35-yard line, and it looks like Wesley Coleman is kind of having a hard time on that play. He's kneeling down on the ground at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, he and number 54, Chase McCarver, were out front on those blocks there. And he looks like we're going to be a minute here, folks.
All right, let's go ahead and take an injury timeout with them. This injury timeout is brought to you by Bowen Heffley Orthopedics. We'll be right back. You're listening to Bruin Football on 101.1 FM, The Answer.
Dang it.
Welcome back. Wesley Coleman made it off the field on his own power, but at the same time, as soon as they started the clock, this one was over. So the first quarter is already in the books. Bruins lead 22-7. Let's look at some scores around the state. Actually, we need to take a quick break. So let's do that. We'll be right back. You're listening to Bruin Football on 101.1 FM, The Answer.
I wasn't sure if it was mandated.
Welcome back to Pulaski Academy. The Bruins have the ball on the Airedale's 35-yard line. It's just getting ready to start the second quarter. There's the snap. Bratcher's going to keep this one. He's across the 30, across the 20, and he's tripped up. Looks like he's tripped up just at the 15, somewhere around there. That's enough for a first down for the Bruins.
And that was number 26. He was their last line of hope, and Bratcher was looking for daylight there. He almost got it, too.
Now, Wesley Coleman is the left tackle for the Bruins. He's already back out on the field, so he was able to shake it off. He took a very manly injury, let's just say that.
Well put.
So here's 1st and 10 for the Bruins. Mason Cobb. Nope, he was in motion, but this one went to number 30, Woods. He's going to run that one in himself. Right up the middle, untouched. Touchdown, Woods. Touchdown, Bruins.
That was some excellent blocking there and a little misdirection as well. And even we weren't quite sure who had the ball, but Woods decided he was just going to take it in himself.
So with 11:36 remaining in the second quarter, Bruins still lead 28-7 over the Alma Airedales. Here comes the point after attempt. You have Braden Bratcher in the shotgun. To his left is number 1, Mason Cobb. He has 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Little motion from the defense, and that's going to get him some extra room. Let's see what the flag is. Offense against the, or excuse me, offsides against the defense, as expected. So that'll move them half the distance to the goal. Stars and stripes flying in the breeze.
A little bit of wind out there, yeah.
Can't imagine that wind chill out there. Bruin band out there showing their skills tonight. All right, here comes the snap. Number 1 carrying that one across. That was, no, it wasn't. There was a little misdirection. I missed it.
Now, I believe that was Cobb that ran it up the middle.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it was. He handed off the ball so quickly to the referee. When he turned around, I didn't see the ball, so it threw me off. So Mason Cobb getting that 2-point conversion for the Bruins. They now lead 30-7 with 11:35 left in the second quarter. We'll keep it right here.
Well, and that wind chill you were talking about, it's 43 degrees out there, but it feels like 37. So, folks, I believe we're going to have a freeze tonight, so make sure you drip your pipes while I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. You know, the older you get, the more you can rely on the fact that that's just going to happen.
Yep.
That scoring drive for the Bruins was a 5-play, 94-yard drive that resulted in an 18-yard touchdown run by Azarius Woods. Took 1:54 off the clock. You're kind of slow tonight, aren't you, Holt?
I need dinner. I need dinner. Let's give some scores. Oh, no. We're on the field. We're about to kick. It looks like Clay James is out there for his first appearance of the night using his foot.
He is. He has no tee. He's going to place it directly on the ground, and the ball is on its belly with the stripes facing up, stitches up. There's the kick. Spins across the ground, and it's landed on just this side of the 50-yard line. Some of the Bruins wanted to claim they had it, but I can't see how they came out of that one with the ball.
No, I mean, it didn't look like it came. I didn't ever see it come out of number 1's hands. Yeah,
that was number 1, Bobby Winfrey, just jumped on that one right away.
Another larger player, 6'2", 194 pounds. I mean, these are some big boys.
It's in 11th grade, so he'll be back next year.
Yep. So 11:33 left in the half. Bruins leading 30-7. Looks like number 14's back out there. Landon Blair to lead his team.
There's the snap. Handoff immediately goes to number 26, Logan Crosner. I'm going to look back at that name. It's Cronister. There we go. Logan Cronister.
It's interesting.
It's about a 4-yard gain. It results in second down, about 6 yards to go for the Airedales.
Logan's on the smaller side for this team, 5'7", 161 pounds.
That's one of the things to watch for with Alma is their size. They really are a lot bigger than most. Handoff this time goes to number 9. He's going to pass it, and it's intercepted by our own number 9, Trent Sawyer. That'll be his number 3 of the year.
Well done by Trent Sawyer to look back and see where the ball was. And
nope, let me back that up. That's number 4 for him this year.
Wow. 4 interceptions?
That's his 4th interception for the year.
Well done.
For Trent Sawyer. So now the Bruins take possession of the ball at their own 16-yard line after that interception.
Oh, and that was one of those plays that feels like it was taken straight from the Coach Kelly playbook. And, of course, the Bruins are going to be familiar with something like that. So, looks like
with 10:56 remaining in this half.
Bratcher's in the shotgun with Kelly to his right. I believe that's Kelly. Yep.
There's the handoff, goes to Kelly. He makes his way kind of around the left side, and he's wrapped up around the neck. Ooh. Right, kind of clotheslined him. That was number 75, Zach Henson.
Yeah, it looks like it almost could have been a face mask, but I guess he didn't actually get any.
He didn't put his palm on him. He just kind of had the crook of his elbow around his throat.
Yeah.
And, it's
That's legal.
6'3", 290 pounds. It doesn't matter how he grabs you. You're going to stop. There's the snap. He's looking this time to the right side to pass. He better hurry. He's got pressure coming from all directions. There's the pass. Whoa, and I don't see where the flag is on this one. It's not there. But he was pushed from behind. The pass was intended for Hudson Henry right about the 25-yard line, but he was pushed from behind before the ball got there.
And it looked like he came up with it even after bobbling him, but the referee signaled that he did bobble it going down. You could hear the groans from the Pulaski Academy side when the referee made that motion.
There's the snap. Little play action pass. It's complete to number 11, Nate Cumming. He makes his way over the 20-yard line. Looks like he'll be stopped at about the 20. They're going to mark it at the 25. So that'll bring up 4th down and 1 yard to go for the Bruins.
Oh, and that was another one of those Coach Kelly specials. They had a man in motion that went behind Bratcher. So the Airedales were looking for something on the left side, and then they ran actually a running back screen to the right side.
Bratcher in the shotgun, one man behind him. There's the snap. He's looking to pass to the left side of the field. He's trying to outrun the defense when finally he runs out of bounds, picking up. I think he just made. Let's see if he picked up the first down. Yes, they did.
That was some good awareness on his part.
It certainly was. He was able to run it out of bounds at about the 26-yard line, which was just enough. Looks like it's the 27-yard lines where they marked it. Just enough for the first down. And the Bruins are in position long before the Chains are. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Kelly right up the middle. He's at the 35, the 40. He gets tripped up by the ankle by number 7. That's Austin Fraley. And they're going to mark this one at the 42-yard line in Bruin territory.
Credit to Luke Hawes there. He was pulling guard there. He kind of tucked out of his position and took off downfield and was able to pick up a block for Kelly to get extra yardage at the end of that play.
Once again, that was Austin Fraley with that little tackle there. Here's Bratcher again in the shotgun. He has 2 to the left, 3 to the right. There's the snap, looking to the left side. There's the pass. It's complete. Let's see if he caught that. No. They say no, he was out of bounds. That was intended for Nate Cumming, but he caught that one kind of by the inside of his arm and tried to bring it in, but he was out of bounds by the time he had control.
Good effort. It was thrown a little bit behind him, but it was thrown where the other team could not, intercept it, interfere with it, but at the same time, it was thrown a little too far close to the sidelines and was not able to come up with it inbounds.
Bratcher again in the shotgun, has Kelly to his right, has twins on either side. There's the snap. He's going to pass it to the right side. It's complete to number 4, Merritt Jones. He's hit hard right at the 50-yard line. Doesn't look like it phased him. He's ready.
Wow. I mean, that was a well-executed tackle, well-executed play. Wasn't good for the first down, but it still picked up about 9 yards. So they're looking at
it's about 8, it looks
8
like,
yards,
by
yeah.
the way they placed it. So it'll be 3rd and 2. Bratcher in the shotgun. He has 4 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. With an empty set. 8:35 and counting on the clock. Man in motion. The snap. He's looking to the left side to pass. There's the pass. It's up in the air, and it's going to be short. Whoa, let's see if he came up with this one. No, he says no, sir. That was intended for number 2, Jack Polk, but it looks like that one hit the ground before he was able to grab it.
Well, and Jaden Kelly was next to Bratcher in the backfield, and he had a decision to either try to pick up a man that was blitzing or get out and be the safety. And unfortunately, Bratcher just didn't even look his direction. He just launched it almost out of fear of taking the sack. But, he had Kelly there to pick up that first down. He just didn't see it.
Here's 4th down and 2 yards to go for the Bruins from their own 50-yard line. There's the snap. Immediately looking to the left side. There's the pass. It's complete to Merritt Jones at the 45-yard line, and that's enough for the first down for the Bruins. That puts them at the 45-yard line in Airedale's territory.
Well, and that was a good job by Bratcher. He was, they had him in motion. They had him roll out. Looks like Tanner Shelton and Josh Davis on the tackle there. But, it kind of gave him the option to either go ahead and run it and pick up that extra yardage or pass it if there was a man to hit. And he saw Mary Jones there for the first down.
Bratcher in the shotgun has Kelly in motion. There's the pass. It's complete to number 1, Cobb. He made it. He was at the line of scrimmage when he received it, and he was forced down immediately by number 75, Zach Henson.
That's actually going to be a loss of about 4 yards. He was running backwards almost.
Oh, you're right. I was thinking about the previous play.
Wow. Yeah, it looks like 5 yards.
Yes, that'll bring up 2nd and 15. Bratcher again in the shotgun. He has Woods to his left this time. 1 receiver to the right, 3 to the left. There's the handoff immediately to Kelly. He's at the 40, at the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Kelly, touchdown, Bruins.
He made number 5 for the Airedales miss an open field tackle and just was off to the races. There wasn't anyone else back there to stop him. Excellent job by Jaden Kelly there to find that open field.
So with, let's see, 7:21 remaining in the first half. Bruins leading this one 36-7. Let's wait. It looks like they're going to kick the point after this time. We've got Clay James out there. Let's see if they draw him off sides. There was some motion, but there was no flag. There's the kick. It's up in the air, and it's good. So the Bruins leading this one with 7:21 left in the second quarter. The Bruins lead 37-7 over the Alma Airedales. We'll be right back. You're listening to Bruin Football on 101.1 FM, The Answer. Welcome back to Pulaski Academy. Some scores around the 5A conference, other playoff games tonight. Greenbrier 20 at Little Rock Christian 21. And that's in the second quarter. The one to watch is the winner of tonight's game will play the winner of this one. Valley View 7 at Little Rock McClellan 0. And that's in the second quarter as well. That last scoring drive for the Bruins was a 10-play, 84-yard drive that resulted in a 50-yard touchdown run by Jaden Kelly. It took 3:35 off the clock. There's Savannah Goodwin out to kick this one, has it teed up, and it'll be touched. It'll be touched by one of the Airedales. Let's see if the Bruins pulled it out. It hit him on the leg. Let's see. The Bruins have it. They certainly do at the 50-yard line. So that's 2 onside kick recoveries already
tonight.
In this game.
And I believe they only had about 6 or 7 this year. So
right. That's some pretty good numbers.
That cold weather has to be playing a factor into
certainly
that.
Does.
And a little credit to Kendall Pickett there, who actually went airborne over the ball when he realized that it had not gone 10 yards
right.
yet.
That was very smart.
Well, it was almost like a distraction.
Yeah.
And one more score that some folks out there might be interested. The Arkansas Razorbacks are leading the Texas Longhorns 49-47 with 8 minutes and 44 seconds left in the second half.
Well, there you go. There's the snap. Bratcher going to pass it to the left side. Ooh. It was intended for Henry, but even as tall as he is, went sailing over his head into the crowd.
You know, Bratcher's had a tendency, especially at the start of the year, he had a tendency to do that, and he seems like he's cleaned it up, but I imagine once again this cold weather is going to play a factor in getting a good grip on that ball.
Well, you know, last week he's kind of struggled with that in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Bratcher again in the shotgun. He has Kelly to his left side. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. There's the snap. He's looking to the left side, but now having to scramble out of the pocket. He throws it forward, and it's caught by J.D. White at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 8. That'll bring up 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Excuse me, that's more than 8.
Looks like Nolan Bruffett's coming in.
Certainly is. So Bratcher's coming out. Bruffett's going in as the quarterback.
And it looks like Jack Polk is out there as well. Bruffett and Cobb, Mason Cobb, Jack Polk, all came in for Kelly and Bradshaw, and I didn't catch who the third subbed out was.
There's the snap to Bruffett. He's looking to pass. He's wrapped up immediately and hit hard by number 26 of the Airedales. That's Logan Chronister.
Oh. Yeah, there was no one blocking on the right side of the line. I mean, there were two different Airedale.
That was, if you couldn't see that one, what that looked like is when the defense is out there practicing on the sleds.
Yeah,
that's exactly what that just looked like.
I was gonna go with Waterboy, but
sure.
Yeah, that too.
Sure. Football is the devil.
Devil.
4th down and 11. There's the snap. The pass is up there to the left side, and it's complete to number 4, Merritt Jones. What a play. Wow. He caught that one at about the 22-yard line. Easily a first down for the Bruins.
3 or 4 different defenders. Yeah, Logan Chronister, Tanner Shelton, and Austin Fraley were all around him, and it still just fell right into his hands.
Bradshaw back out there. There's the snap. He's going to keep it. Run to the left side. He's at the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Bruins by Braden Bradshaw with a keeper. 6:06 left in this half.
Excellent job by Mason Cobb out there. He realized that Bradshaw was running with it, immediately turned around, was blocking the man in front of him, and opened that running lane on the left side for Bradshaw to get in the end zone. But it was not a designed quarterback keeper.
No, it was not.
No. So it's 43-7 now.
Here's Clay James to kick the point after. There's the snap. The kick is up. The kick is no good. No, the kick is no good. So he missed that one, the first one he's missed in a while. So our score at Pulaski Academy, the Bruins still lead 43-7 over Alma. Let's see. Let's take a look at the other scores around here in the 5A district. In the second quarter, Little Rock Parkview leads Morrilton 20-14. In the second quarter, Harrison shutting out Whitehall 28-0. In the first quarter, Hot Springs Lakeside 7, Blytheville 18. As we mentioned earlier, in the second quarter, Little Rock Christian leads by 1 over Greenbrier 21-20. At halftime, Valley View leading McClellan 7-0.
Wow.
In the second quarter, Texarkana leads Nettleton 7-0. And another one at halftime. This one's a close one. Camden Fairview 0 at Wynn 3. So just looking forward to next week. Of course, like I said earlier, the winner of tonight's game, either Alma or Pulaski Academy, will play the winner of Little Rock McClellan and Valley View. So right now, again, Valley View leads that one 7-0. Looking to the next week, Harrison and Whitehall, the winner of that game, will play the winner of Wynn and Camden Fairview. So those two will decide the Week 3 playoff. So here's number 8, Clay James, here to kick off for the Bruins. He has the ball on a tee, upright, in the traditional manner. Running up, little deep kick this time. It's going to be fielded at the just outside the 20-yard line by number 4. That's Jacob Corsi, and he makes his way up to the 35-yard line.
It was a good job by Mason Cobb to pick him up and bring him down. That last drive was a 4-play, 50-yard drive, finished off by a 22-yard touchdown run by Braden Bradshaw, a not designed run, a quarterback scramble, if you will. I want to go ahead and throw this out there. Well, we'll save it till halftime. Got an interesting stat by one of the Bruin players who's putting up impressive numbers tonight.
Sounds good. Oh, thank you. There's the snap. Handoff immediately goes to number 13. Ben Hensley runs right back into the fray and is stopped by the Bruins. Looks like he was hit first by number 2, Jack Polk. Did I see that right? Number 2? No, that's number 7. Excuse me.
7.
That's
Chris
those numbers.
Connell.
That's Chris Connell. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. We
have to thank our student videographers out there. We've got Popeye, of course. He's providing the feed that you're looking at right now, but our sideline cameras run by volunteer students. There's the pass. It was intended for number 9, Grayson Bailey. He was out of bounds anyway, and the ball went sailing over his head, so that'll bring up 3rd and 9.
Is that okay? Never mind. I thought I saw number 11 throw that. No, that was number 14 still.
Yeah. Still have number 14. That's Landon Blair of the Airedales, serving as quarterback for Alma. 5:23 remaining in the second quarter. The Bruins leading 43-7. Here's 3rd down, 9 yards to go. Blair in the shotgun, has 2 to his left. There's the snap. He's going to have to scramble out of the pocket. He got wrapped up around the ankles by number 13. That's Matthew Hugg.
It looks like Chris Connell was in there as well to help finish him off, but that was primarily Matthew Hugg.
Yeah, he wrapped him up around the ankles, and then Chris Connell came around his shoulders and just helped him down.
Yep. We got a flag on the field. It looks like they're discussing it now.
Yeah, they're going to decline this one, whatever it is.
Illegal formation on the Airedales. Bruins have opted to decline, so
it'll be 4th and about 14.
And the Airedales are not hesitating to go for it. I wouldn't be surprised to see him punt it, though, considering they're still in their own territory. Yep.
And that's exactly what he's going to do. So the Bruins will exit the field. Let's see if any of them are confused by this time.
Nope.
No, they're not. They must have watched some film.
About to say, well, what film they can find.
So 4:53 remaining. We'll be right back. You're listening to Bruin Football on 101.1 FM, The Answer. Oh, I need to test this before we get into halftime. I won't do it right now, but you know what would be nice is if we had a light bar that was like right here. Welcome back to Pulaski Academy. The Bruins have the ball on their own 13-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. There's the snap. Pass is immediately to number 11. That's Nate Cumming. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with his number tonight. It was incomplete. No, I'm sorry. It was complete. It was a 2-yard gain on the play. 2nd down and 8. Bratcher still in the shotgun. He has Kelly to his right. One receiver, J.D. White, out to the right side. He has 3 others to the left. There's the snap. Looking to the left side. Pass was intended for Nate Cumming, but it was about a yard too far out in front of him.
And Merritt Jones was right there with him. I think Bratcher was kind of confused on who he was going to try to throw it to and just overthrew his receiver.
Here comes the next snap. There it is. Handoff goes to Kelly. He runs to the right side. He's at the 25, the 30. He's still on his feet. The 30, the 40, the 45, the 50. Across into Airedale territory, and he's forced out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. Let's see where they mark this one. Nope, they're not going to give him even that much. They're going to put it back at the 46-yard line.
Still good for a 1st down.
1st down and inside Airedale territory.
Oh,
so now Kelly comes off, and Isarius Woods takes the tailback position. Bratcher has 1 receiver to the right, 3 to the left. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Woods. There's a flag before the snap. Timeout before the snap by Alma. We'll take a timeout with them. What do you say?
Yep.
We'll be right back. You're listening to Bruin Football on 101.1 FM, The Answer.
I'm sorry.
Welcome back to Pulaski Academy. Bruins leading 43-7 over the Alma Airedales. I'm getting the hang of it.
Yeah.
Alma.
Alma. Jaden Kelly made quite an impressive move out there. Actually left one of the defenders on his back.
Oh, wow.
I believe they call it breaking the ankles. Is that what the Utes are calling it?
I don't know that I've seen that in football, but I know in basketball, you know, you do that in basketball, then the whole court, everybody just, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Bratcher in the shotgun has Woods to his right, 2 receivers on either side. There's the snap. Woods running out to the right side, but here's Bratcher. He's going to pass it. It was intended for Woods, but still just a little bit too far out in front of him.
So now the Bruins are looking to the sidelines for the play. Bratcher's still out there. It's 2nd down and 10. Setting up the formation. Looks like they're going to have 3 men on the strong side, all lined up near the far sideline, and then there's 1 man to the right. Bratcher's got 1 man right next to him. That looks still Isarius Woods.
There's the snap. He's looking to the right side. There's the pass, and it's complete to J.D. White. He's going to pick up the 1st down. They'll place the ball at the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bruins.
Well, and it was almost identical to the play they just ran, except they only had 1 man on that weak side as opposed to the bunched up receivers. It looks like they had the same formation this time.
Has the clock started? It seems like it's been on 4 minutes forever. There's the snap once again. Handoff this time to Woods. He runs to the left side, but he's stopped right at the line of scrimmage with nowhere to go. He's stopped by number 1, Bobby Winfrey, along with number 30. That's Gerald Reed.
And yes, the clock is running now. It's under 4 minutes. We're 3:55 and counting in the first half.
3 receivers stacked on the left side, 1 to the right. There's the snap to Bratcher. He's going to pass it to the left. Let's see. It was intended. Who was that masked man? That was intended for Hudson Henry, but he was out of bounds before it reached him.
Well, and I thought I saw number 4 in there on the tackle. 44. That's who it was. Let's say that looked. We don't have a 44 on there.
No, we don't. Oh, here he is, Seth Cole.
Seth Cole, 6'1", 301 pounds.
That was they had a few jersey changes just before game.
That is a large human being bearing down on Braden Bratcher.
No doubt. There's the snap to Bratcher. Looking to the left side to pass. Pass is out there. It's complete to J.D. White. He's at the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, J.D. White, Bruins. 3:32 remaining in this first half. Bruins now leading 49-7.
Well, and once again, Luke Hawes had a big block there. There was a blitzing rusher on the right side, and, I mean, he was certainly going to get to Braden Bratcher's blind side, and Hawes came out of nowhere and just kind of shoved him out of the way and bought Bratcher just enough time to hit White, who also made some pretty good moves to find the end zone on his side.
So here's number 8, Clay James, out to kick the point after. They're going to see if they try to draw them offsides again. There's the snap. There's the kick. And this time it's good. So the Bruins leading with an even 50. Bruins 50, Airedales 7 with 3:32 remaining in this half. We'll be right back. You're listening to Bruin Football on 101.1 FM, The Answer. Back here at Pulaski Academy, the Bruins leading 50-7 over the Alma Airedales. 3:32 remaining in this first half. Is that Savannah Goodwin? No, that's number 8, Clay James, out to kick off back to the Airedales. He has the ball on a tee, upright. That last scoring drive for the Bruins was an 8-play, 87-yard drive that resulted in a 31-yard touchdown pass from Braden Bratcher to J.D. White. Took a minute 21 off the clock. This deep kick is received right at the 15-yard line, and it's received by number 4, Jacob Corsi. He brings it up. There's a flag that comes in. No, that's not a flag. Excuse me. That's the tee. It was orange.
It certainly did kind of look like a flag.
So they're going to spot this one. Looks like they're going to put it right at the 42-yard line inside of Airedale's territory. So they'll give them first down, 10 yards to go. Stick around here in about 3 minutes, 22 seconds. We'll start halftime. We've got a great interview arranged. We're going to talk to Coach Billy Adams of the Bruin baseball team. And Mr. Gravy himself is going to come in here and join us. One of the players for the Bruins, Will Graves. That pass was complete to number 39, Keegan Roseberry. It was still a loss, a large loss, about 6 yards.
Bennett Perkins sniffed that one out right away and was just on top of it was almost a screen, wide receiver screen to the right side, and Bennett Perkins was just all over him as soon as he caught that ball.
It was all over him like a bloodhound. He sniffed it out. There's the snap. Not sure who had that. It looked like 39 again. Yeah, that's Roseberry again. He makes his way up to the 40-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and 12. Still in a rough spot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you're down 50-7, I'm pretty sure it's just a rough spot all around. So, are we getting a performance from their band at halftime?
No, we are not. I found out before the game tonight that their band is here. They're quite impressive. They look sharp. They sound sharp, but they're not going to perform at halftime. Here's number 14 himself with the snap. Blair looking to pass. Pass is complete to number 11, Garrett Richmond. Let's see. He was hit hard.
They're calling it incomplete. I'm not so sure about that, but yeah, number 34 put a lick on him. That's Blake Titus, and
let's see if we have a replay on that one. Yeah, we do. Here we go. Let's take a look. There's the pass. Yeah, he did have possession of that ball. He most certainly did.
But the referee that called it incomplete didn't see the angle because he was on the backside of where the ball came into the receiver's hand. So I think that might have been a mercy call too.
Yeah, it was. That the tackle is what popped the ball loose.
Mm-hmm.
There's this. Here comes the kick by the quarterback again. And, of course, the Bruins leave the field after the punt, so they're going to down that one at the 9-yard line. 1:52 remaining in this second quarter. We'll keep it right here. Let's take a look, see if any of these scores have changed. Now it's halftime in Morrilton. Little Rock Parkview 20, Morrilton 14. See. Yeah, still at halftime in Little Rock McClellan. Little Rock Christian still in the second quarter. Now the Little Rock Christian has scored once more. So they now lead 28-20 over Greenbrier. They were leading by 1 earlier, and now they are leading by 8. So
picked up another touchdown.
All right. Here's the Bruins from their own 9-yard line, 1st and 10. 1:52 remaining in the second quarter. Bruins leading 50-7 over Alma. There's the snap. I'm not sure what just happened there. That was supposed to.
It was a shovel pass, and it was incomplete. An incomplete shovel pass, yes.
Yeah.
I believe that might be the first time I've ever seen that in a.
Is that? I can't tell because his jersey is a little wrinkled. Is that Bratcher out there, or is that?
That is Bratcher.
Ruffett? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was 33 or 52 they got in there to break up the pass.
Sure.
But.
All right, here comes the second try, 2nd and 10. There's the snap. He's looking to pass this time to the left side. He's getting some pressure. He's going to have to get rid of this one quickly. Oh, and he does, and he dumps it off into the hands of Mason Cobb. Looks like the ball came loose is what they're saying, so there's a scramble for it. but no one's real excited. So it looks like the Bruins did come out of that one with it. So they're going to place this one right at the 15-yard line. No, the Airedales ball. The Airedales came out of that one with it, they say, at the 15.
I'm not so sure. They blew the whistle, and then an Airedale player grabbed it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean.
Yeah, so they say it was a completed pass, and they knocked it out. Let's see if. Nope, I missed that replay. Let's see that replay one more time. There we go. Here it is. He's going to pass it.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of identical to the
one previous on the other end, yeah.
Yeah. Where he, as soon as he caught it, it was hit.
1 minute 40 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The Bruins lead 50-7 over the Alma Airedales. From the 15-yard line, here's the Airedales. Number 39, Roseberry, has the ball. He's running to the left side, and he is stopped right about the 12-yard line. It's a gain of about 3.
And the clock is ticking away, now down to 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the half. You know, I keep looking to see if there's any steam coming out of the players' mouths when they're playing. You know, you see it on TV sometimes.
We're not quite there yet. It's 41 degrees outside. I'm sure that, that breeze is really kicked up over the last hour.
Yeah, it has. My family's already fled the stadium.
I cannot blame them. Those two little babies, they need to be inside with some blankets. There's the snap. Little play fake. He's looking to pass to the right side. The pass is out there, and let's see if they call this one good. He says yes. That pass was received by number 5.
The 1 yard line.
That's Colton Bowerman, right at the 1 yard line. I wasn't sure if he received that one or if it was complete by ground.
Yeah. Oh, looks like there's number 11 is coming out for the Airedales, and I didn't quite catch 50.
I think it was 55.
55. Looks like they're going to try to punch 54. They might be trying to punch it in here because they're in
a goal line
pro
stance.
style. Yeah.
There's the snap right up the middle. They're going to try and push it in there, and they sure do. It looks like it. Let's see.
The sideline judge is signaling.
Yeah, so that one's good. So the Airedales get a second touchdown in there, so it'll be 13-50 against the Bruins. 19 seconds remaining in this first half.
Yeah, it looks like the Bruins got a 37-point lead, so. And that would explain why they went ahead and kicked that field goal.
Right.
And got those points, because if the Airedales scored this touchdown and they make this field goal, or if they win forward on 2, it'd still be a 35-point difference.
Dane Martin out to kick the point after attempt for the Airedales. Waiting for the snap. There's the snap. There's the hold. The kick is up, and it's good. So now the Airedales have 14 points on the board against the Bruins 50. Let's take a quick break. Well, no, let's just keep it right here. We've only got 19 seconds remaining in this half. I mentioned it earlier. Stick around for halftime. We've got a great interview lined up with Coach Billy Adams, head coach of the Bruin baseball team. Baseball season is just around the corner. And Will Graves is going to join us. He's been on the team for several years. It's a lot of fun, and it's a very small atmosphere out there. If you haven't been to a baseball game, we've got a couple of decks. It's nice wooden decks out on either in the outfield, on the left and right outfield.
Where is the field? I know you've told me it's kind of off campus,
It
right?
is. It's off campus out on Denny Road. So if you go out Chenal Parkway and you take a left, you go past Kroger, and it's kind of what I would like to call Canis West or West Canis. I wish they would rename it because it's really confusing in town if you tell someone to turn on Canis right there.
Yeah.
But you go past Kroger, turn left on Canis, and then at the split, turn right on Denny Road.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's right there. Yeah, it's right there on the left side. And, it's a nice facility. Thank you to Mr. Hatcher. We've got a nice facility out there. Like I said, a couple of nice wooden decks out in the outfield so you can kind of watch the game. I've even seen someone bring a cooler out there and set up a little grill.
There you go.
Grill out on the deck. Come out, make a ruckus. It'll be a good time. 2 kickers out there. Let's see. This one's up off the foot of number 47. That's Aaron Wilkinson. It's fielded right about the 20, What is that, about the 27-yard line?
Yeah, it was a good call by J.D. White to just go ahead and fall on that ball and not try to do anything fancy with it. He kind of almost took a tumble on top of it, but he had a good grip on it as he was going down. It was similar to last week how the kicks weren't quite getting to the 35-yard line or 30-yard line, and the return men were not up far enough to account for that, and so it kind of gets dangerous when that ball hits the ground and starts bouncing around, but thankfully it did not come back to bite them this time. So it looks like, was that, I can't tell who's back there in the shotgun.
Let's see. That's still 12. That's Bratcher. He's looking to pass to the left side. It's complete to number 2, Jack Polk, and he's forced down right at the 46-yard line.
Well, and Polk was looking to lateral it to number 10, Andrew Cobb, who was coming up next to him, but he got hit before he could do that.
Timeout, Bruins. They have 10 seconds remaining. Let's see, looking at some other halftime scores. Looks like everyone's at halftime but us right now. So looking at those, Little Rock Parkview is already at halftime. Let's see. Greenbrier at Little Rock Christian, 20-28. Little Rock Christian winning that one at halftime. The Arkansas Razorbacks leading the Texas Longhorns with 11 seconds remaining in the game, 62-59. I'm impressed.
I'm very impressed, considering all the young players they had on that team.
Yeah. Yeah, they I think they're all, they don't know, they had any returning.
Daniel Gafford and Adrio Bailey. Isaiah Joe, for those wondering out there, has 14 points tonight, 4 for 7, 3-point shooting.
I tell you what, talk about a basketball game last night. Little Rock Trojans won, I think it was 87-101. It was a fun game in overtime.
Wow.
Very fun atmosphere. There's the snap to Bratcher. He's looking to pass to the right side. He's kind of to dance out of the pocket a little bit. There's this pass. It's complete to Jack Polk at the 40-yard line, and he's brought down at the 36. That'll move the chains. First down, Bruins. 2 seconds remaining in the game. Timeout, Bruins.
Half.
I'm sorry, in the half.
In the half.
Yeah, the game's not over yet.
No.
I imagine this was going to be a quick one after halftime, though.
Yes.
So
yeah.
It won't be too long before we're saying that.
Nope. Y'all can stick around and hear more awful puns and 80s and 90s references.
Let's throw this out there one more time. Grab your cell phones real quick. If you want to send us some feedback about how bad the jokes are or how good the Bruins are. Either way, send us a text message, 501-470-6464. Once again, that's 501-570-6464. Data rates may apply. Here's the Bruins, 1st and 10. The ball is on Alma's 36-yard line, 2 seconds remaining.
They are going to kick it. They're going to attempt the field goal from the 40.
Oh, my.
Who is that?
That's number 8.
That's Clay James.
That has to be.
It's going to be real interested in this cold weather to see if he can get it far enough.
The place is going to be held right at the 43-yard line. There's the kick.
Get up, baby.
Oh, it just quite didn't make it. Not enough.
No.
So we're going to go into halftime with the Bruins leading this one 50-14 over the Alma Airedales. We'll be right back. You're listening to Bruin Football on 101.1 FM, The Answer. You got plenty of time. Don't shove it down. Okay. All right, I'm going to test out this laptop. You ready? All right, bud. Here it comes. Christina, you ready? She's ready whenever. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Pulaski Academy. It's halftime. The Bruins are taking on the Alma. Got to get it right. I'll get it right by the end of this game, I promise. The Alma Airedales. How's that sound? But we're going to shift focus for just a few minutes. Joining me this evening is Coach Billy Adams and
You
Will
happy, Christina?
Graves of the Pulaski Academy Bruins
Okay.
base.
All right.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Pulaski Academy. It's halftime. The Bruins are taking on the Alma. Got to get it right. I'll get it right by the end of this game, I promise. The Alma Airedales. But we're going to shift focus for just a few minutes. Joining me this evening is Coach Billy Adams and Will Graves of the Pulaski Academy Bruin baseball team. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Thanks for joining me. Last year, Coach Adams, the Bruins went 20-16.
Yes, sir.
And it was an exciting season, as always. What can we expect from the Bruin baseball team this year?
Hopefully we're going to have another good run to the state tournament. We return only 2 seniors, so a lot of people might look at us and think we're a young team. But we had several juniors this year that started as sophomores last year, Will being one of them. So we had, I think, 4 sophomores last year that are now juniors. And then our senior class has a senior left-handed pitcher, T. Cooley. And then behind the plate we'll have Hunter Ney. So we'll have, and they both those guys have varsity experience. So we feel pretty good about that senior class, and then that junior class is going to be a good group. And then we just already had tryouts, and we had 8 freshmen come out, and we all feel like they can contribute at least a little bit, at least on the junior varsity level. So we're pretty excited about this group.
Just looking at the overall field of your typical opponents, what do you think is the key benefit of this team that is going to help you out through this season?
The key benefit of this team, it might sound crazy, but I think pitching. The reason I say it might sound crazy is we lost Lane Hatcher off the mound, who was our workhorse last year, logged the most innings, and pitched the first round of the state tournament, got us a win over Greene County Tech. But I think we return a lot of guys. Gavin Glasgow will compete on the mound for us. Will here will compete on the mound. Mason Cobb will see a lot of innings, and then Zach White's going to pitch this year as well. So we have a good group of returning guys. So I think defensively on the mound will be our best asset.
You mentioned Zach White. I recognize, of course, Fuda Shinkawa last year on the team. How does that play into it? Do you see that when athletes play multiple sports, do they lend to each other very well?
I think the toughness of playing football definitely lends towards baseball. I mean, obviously baseball is not a contact sport, but we do
most of the time.
Right. It could be for sure. But we end up, it's a long season for us. We'll end up playing 30 to 35 games, and just the wear and tear on their body. I think playing 2 sports allows them to kind of adjust to that and handle that long season. And then with our guys that don't play football, we've been working out in the weight room all fall and doing a little bit of baseball stuff, but mainly just working out in the weight room just to keep those guys strong for the long season.
Will Graves is with us as well. And, Will, you've been on the baseball team for several years now, haven't you?
Yeah, this will be my 3rd year on the team and 2nd year playing varsity. And I'm not like a senior like Teague or Ney, but I'll have experience coming back in, and so do a lot of juniors.
What's your favorite position to play?
Yeah, I like playing outfield. It might seem boring to some, but it's really fun to me, just running around, catching balls, diving all over the place. I also like pitching because you control the game. The game is in your hand. It's just really fun.
So how long have you been playing baseball?
I've been playing baseball since I was 3, I think, and I played up with 5-year-olds. So my dad put me in at an early age, and it's carried over since.
Somebody who's played for as long as you have, since 3 years old, you have to have friends that are playing on a lot of the teams that you play against as a Bruin, right?
Yeah, I have a lot of friends from Robinson that play. I know like half their team. I'm really good friends with them, and they're going to be good this year, but hopefully we can pull out the W against them. But yeah, I know so many people from Central Arkansas that play on different teams, and it's really cool to see like how everybody's growing up, and some of them are already committed to colleges. And, it's just really cool to see that aspect.
Coach Adams, I know that this year there's been quite a little bit of restructuring, and you're going into a new conference. Tell me about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Most of the bottom half of the 5A from last year is now going to be in 4A. So we're in a totally new conference. Teams likes of Robinson, Wynn, Lone Oak, East M. So we play several new schools that we don't always play in terms of conference. We always play Robinson, and usually play Lone Oak. But yeah, it'll be start some new rivalries and maybe rekindle some old rivalries.
So how does that play into the postseason?
Yeah, so a little bit different this year. In 5A last year, the top 4 teams from your conference went on to the state tournament. When we're in 4A, those will compete. The top 4 teams from our conference will go on to a regional tournament. And then in that regional tournament, there'll be 8 teams 4 from our conference and 4 from a different conference. The top 4 from that tournament will go on to the state tournament. I can't remember. It's new to me, but I can't remember which conference we're matched up against. But we got to get one of those top 4 seeds in our regular season, and then we got to go do well in that regional tournament just to get to the state tournament.
Well, I know that you certainly will. Of course, the Bruin baseball teams play out at Denny Road, and it's a lot of fun. It's a very intimate atmosphere.
That's right, absolutely.
And you can always count on a good Vince burger and some good baseball. It's always a good crowd and a lot of fun.
That's right. I'd love to have a few more fans out there. We have a couple of decks, one in left field, one in right field. We'd love to see some students get out there and maybe get a little rowdy on a couple of the decks out there.
Coach Adams, Will Graves, thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. Yes, sir.
All right. Stick around, folks. We've got some statistics from the first half coming right up, and we'll discuss the second half, what we can expect, and also some scores from around the conference. You're listening to Pulaski Academy Bruin Football on 101.1 FM, The Answer. There we go. Yeah, she just said, go ahead and unmute all of them, Christina. Thank you, ma'am. Welcome back to Pulaski Academy. I'm Josh Carroll. Of course, Holt Short is in and out of here for a second, but Brooks Beasley is joining us as always here in the studio. Tell us, what do you think about the first quarter, or excuse me, the first half?
First half was a very busy part of the ball game. I'll say that. That was really a lot of offense by the Bruins. One thing I'll point out, we've gotten in the first half 2 onside kicks, which I think Coach Kelly says if they could get 20% of those during the ball game of onside kicks, that they usually win the ball game. And so right now, that's probably what's going to end up happening. Hopefully, keep our fingers crossed. Like I said, the score now is 50-14.
Right.
As far as the statistics go, I want to say these are all unofficial, but I think I have Braden Bratcher. He's 27 of 34 with 1 INT for 358 yards. Individually, we have Mason Cobb. He has 4 receptions for 19 yards. Merrick Jones came on strong there at the end of the second quarter, and he has 6 receptions for 65 yards. J.D. White, a little bit off of. He's still doing really good tonight, but I think tonight Hunter Henry's has got the most receiving yards so far. But J.D. White has 5 receptions for 79 yards and 1 touchdown. And then we have Nate Cummings. He has 3 receptions for 27 yards. And then Jaden Kelly has 1 for 8 yards. And Jack Polk, 2 for 36 yards. He got both of those right there at the end of the first half there. And then when I have Hudson Henry, he has 6 receptions for 124 yards and 1 touchdown. So, like I mentioned a while ago, we have a total in passing category of 358 total yards for the first half. In the rushing category, we have Braden Bratcher. He has 6 rushes for 63 yards and 1 touchdown. And one of those rushes was a 22-yarder for a touchdown. Everything was wide open in the middle for him, so he just took it on up the field and scored for a touchdown for the Bruins. And then we have Nolan Bruffett. He got in for 1 series, I believe. Anyway, he had 1 rush for he got sacked got minus 9 yards on that. So that's the only negative aspect we have in the first half for rushing. And then Jaden Kelly had a real outstanding first half, 6 rushes for 123 total yards and 2 touchdowns. Then we have Caleb Nichols, 1 carry for 17 yards. And then Isaiah Woods, 3 carries for 20 yards for 2 touchdowns. And that's not very much, but when you need the tough yardage, he's the guy to go to for him. So we have a total of 17 total rushes, and we have 214 yards in rushing category, and total yards for the first half is 572, which is, I don't think we'll see that many in the second half because we've got the mercy rule or sportsmanship rule in effect. But still, that's really way on up there for the Bruins so far. Kind of really close to their average.
Well, and you said Hudson Henry had 123 receiving yards?
124. Yeah.
124. So how close is he to?
Let's see. We said earlier that he needed.
It was about 160 receiving yards, somewhere in that.
I had that written down somewhere. He's getting real close to the 1,000-yard
He's
mark.
inside. Yeah. Well, that's good to hear. Good to see from him. I did not realize he had that many yards. I knew Merritt Jones had a big night so far. It seems like we called his name a bunch of times.
Yeah, Merritt Jones had 6 receptions for 65 yards, so he's had a good first half too.
Yep.
You mentioned a while ago we mentioned how many yards he needed to break 1,000, and he needed 156, and he's got 124. So that leaves him with only needing 32 more yards to break 1,000 yards.
Guys, let me break in real quick because there is something incredible going on at McClellan right now. Earlier, we said that the halftime score was Valley View 7, McClellan 0. Let me tell you, as I'm sitting here, just in the last 5-6 minutes, I've watched that score for McClellan go from 0 to 7 to 14. Now it's Little Rock McClellan 24, Valley View 7 in the third quarter.
I think there might be some technical difficulties involved in that because that that is some.
I don't know.
Unreal scoring.
I'm gonna try to turn to Twitter real quick, see if I can confirm that. But that's what we're getting from Fearless Friday. So sorry to interrupt.
That's
no,
okay.
Y'all go ahead.
That's all right.
I mean.
Okay, getting told that McClellan picked up 5 turnovers, and so that's possible that score is correct.
Wait, they gave up 5 turnovers, or they've recovered 5 turnovers?
They gave up 5
in the
first half. I could see that being true because they, like I said, they had 7-0, and well, obviously they had to pick up some. Maybe they received or recovered an onside kick or something, or forced some other turnovers that went in their favor. So let's see. Oh, yeah, we've got lots of folks out watching tonight. Casey Harbison, he wants to tell Will and Anna Margaret that they're watching the game in H-Town. Thanks for joining us, Casey. And, again, one more quick thing. If you're out there listening, send us a text or a tweet. You can tweet using hashtag PA Bruins or send us a text, 501-570-6464. Go ahead, guys.
I tell you, I'd like to give a big shout-out to a good friend of mine. he and I go walking once a week normally. George Hart, he's a real avid football fan and likes to listen to the Bruin games, so we'll give him a shout out. I hadn't hollered out to him this year, so anyway, I thought I'd do it tonight.
And I guess I'll say hello to Mr. Mark McCarty. I saw him earlier today. He was part of a panel discussing Chapter 13 and Chapter 11 bankruptcy proceedings. I'm sure that just sounds thrilling to everyone. I can, fill in some dead air with that if you'd like me.
Well, I guess you can tell what line of profession that you're in.
Any takers? No. Josh has fled the room at that suggestion. I don't blame him. I do not blame him. Well, we're about a minute and a half out from getting the teams back out here. The Airedales are out there warming back up, and we've got the band and the cheerleaders off the field. Got some, I guess, up-and-coming cheerleaders out there doing some acrobatics. I reckon maybe, I don't know if we'll take a break quite yet. I'll say something here, and if I was the coaching staff, I was just wondering, what in the world does the coaching staff for Alma tell their players at halftime? Here they are, they're behind 50-14, and you just got to go out and play strong for the rest of the ball game and just try to finish. And if they don't win tonight, well, at least they've tried their best. But they're a long way from getting back in the ball game, and I don't think the Bruins are going to let them do that. No. Well, and this game kind of went very similar to how a lot of PA games have gone, where the Bruins would score, and then the other team would come back and score, and then the Bruins would score again. The other team it looked like they'd get close to scoring, and then they would just something would go wrong, something would go awry, and they'd end up having to give the ball back to the Bruins, and then they'd take advantage and be off to the races and be done before next thing you know, it's 50-14. What you got for us, Josh?
Well, I had several text messages that came in from fans that are watching the game and listening as well. Fred McCulley is watching in Texarkana. She's, of course, that's Dana Kelly's dad, Coach Kelly's father-in-law. He says to send Dana Kelly and his granddaughter Kara a blanket. Chris can handle it. Let's see. He says, Larry, I've heard from Larry before. I think that's one of, is that one of your friends, Brooks? I forget.
Larry?
Or no, that's LSB maybe. No, WA5 ZZT. It's a friend of mine from Ham Radio, of course.
I see.
That's, he's saying from Benton, he appreciates the call of the Bruin games this year. Doesn't get to come out, but he is sure to listen, and he thanks us, and says to tell the other feller there, howdy, and to Brooksy, hope you're doing well. Miss hearing you on Ham Radio. He's talking to me, of course, and says 73. You probably heard me say that all season long. That's Ham Radio speak for best wishes.
No, okay.
Well, howdy back.
There you go. Larry, good to hear from you. Yeah, at first when I saw, hey, this is Larry, I thought that was LSB. No, that's ZZT. More Ham Radio talk. Let's go to Brian Turriff. Always good to hear from him. Watching the live stream. He says to tell Sarah Gorman, I don't know if she's got the headset on there. She's listening. Yeah, she is. She says, please tell Miss Gorman the instant replays are adding a lot to the live stream. Thanks for doing that. Good job, Sarah. And let's see. Brad Frank from Tulsa, Oklahoma says, on our way to a 5-peat. Go Bruins. That's right. On the drive for 5.
Yep.
Drive for 5.
Yep.
Let me interject here couple other statistics that I hadn't really, in previous games, hadn't really mentioned, but tonight I tried to incorporate that into it. But we have, I think the Bruins have 23 first downs, and then their total time of possession is 12 minutes and 12 seconds. Wow. So it's been a pretty 50-50 split as far as PA and Alma having possession of the ball. So I'll try to, in games that lead on up the rest of the year, I'll try to keep track of those two numbers for us too.
All right, let's go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Bruin Football on 101.1 FM, The Answer. Welcome back to Pulaski Academy. I'm Joshua Carroll, joined by Holt Short and Brooks Beasley. One more piece of feedback from one of the fans out watching the live stream tonight. That's Philip Pate, class of 81, Jillian Pate, class of 2008, and Pug Pate, class of 2009. Love our Bruins. Always good to hear from folks all over the country. And again, if you'd like to give us feedback on something you see during the game, or maybe you just want to say go Bruins, that text message line is 501-570-6464. We're getting ready to kick this one off. Bruins leading 50-14 over the Alma Airedales. And, of course, as you stated during halftime, the sportsmanship rule will be in effect, and that simply means that the clock will not stop for most of the things that a clock normally stops for. It still stops for certain things like we have of course, it doesn't stop for incomplete passes or for running out of bounds.
Injuries.
But injuries, official timeouts, touchdowns. There's a small list.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
In short order, what that means is the game will be over shortly.
Yes. Well, and while we're waiting for the teams to take the field, there's one point that I kind of wanted to discuss was, the first half they gave up that big passing play for the touchdown. The Bruins did, and that was a bit of an anomaly this year. The Bruins secondary and of course, the defensive line as well have combined to, I guess, to put it in comparison, Braden Bratcher has 143 quarterback rating, 143.1 quarterback rating. If you took all the stats from the opposing quarterbacks that the Bruins have faced and put it into one player, it would be a 38.1 quarterback rating.
Wow.
Which is dismal.
Yeah.
So.
All right, well, here comes number 8 for the Bruins, Clay James, to kick off to the Airedales. There's the kick. It's up in the air. And it's going to be, no, it will not be fielded. They had number 14 out here ready to catch this one, but it went out of bounds before he could get his hands on it. So, of course, the penalty flag is thrown. It's necessary.
Well, number 14 is probably going to stay out there, I guess. That's Landon Blair. Been calling his name most of the night. Yep.
Yeah, that's the quarterback. Had another fan just wrote in, sent us a nice photo. Mary Lutz, upper school art teacher. I'll bet Miss Short knows her.
Yep, I'd say.
It's always good to hear from teachers out there watching. She said she really enjoys watching the Bruins, and thanks to everyone who makes it possible. Here's number 14, Blair in the shotgun. He has a man in motion. There's the snap. A little play fake. Correction, that wasn't Blair. That was 3, Tanner Shelton, that was in the shotgun this time. He kept that one, and he made his way up to the 45-yard line. It's about a 7-yard gain, 2nd down and 3.
Tanner Shelton is a 6'2", 212-pound. What are they feeding these boys up there?
I know it. Straight beef products, and I'll tell you what it is. It's spinach, and that's not a joke. That is spinach. Alma is the unofficial. Of course, if you ask them, it's official. But there's actually 2 different cities in the U.S. Let me tell you about that here in a second. Here's number 3, Tanner Shelton, again in the shotgun. He has 4 receivers on the right side, 3 stacked. There's the snap. He's going to keep it. He's at the 45, across the 45, and makes his way just barely across the 50-yard line into Bruin territory. They're going to spot this one at the 49-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10. But, yeah, Alma is known as to many locals as the spinach capital of the world. They actually have a spinach factory there, and they produce, I forget the percentage, but it's a high percentage of the spinach that gets distributed throughout the world.
Wow.
There's one other city down in Texas that also places claim to that title, but they have a nice statue in Popeye Park. They're in Alma of Popeye with his can of spinach. There's the snap. Handoff goes to number 7, Austin Fraley, and he makes his way across the 45-yard line.
That was actually a direct snap to Austin Fraley. Okay. He was back in the shotgun. So
well, there you go. That was 3 keepers in a row in that case.
Well, and it looks like the starters for the Bruins on defense are staying out there. Usually we'll see about the 4th quarter. We got
number 36.
That is not what you want to see.
Bennett Perkins. He kind of twisted his ankle, it appears. He didn't want to put any weight on it, and was trying to hop off the field and just couldn't make it, so he just sat down there at the 40-yard line.
Luke Witham appears has come out to relieve him, but yeah, he's standing up now. He's going to hobble off.
He's going to get some help by Todd Ross, who is the athletic trainer for the Bruins. Thank you to Bowen Heffley Orthopedics. Our 2018 Bruin radio sponsors, Bruin Heffley Orthopedic, Bale Chevrolet, Middleton Heat and Air, and Phelan Orthodontics. Thank you so much for supporting the Pulaski Academy Bruins.
Well, it looks like number 7 still back out there. Austin Fraley's out there to take the snap.
There's the snap. He's going to run to the right side. He's going to keep it himself. He's at the 45. He's going to push his way, try to get a couple more yards. He'll be stopped at about the 43-yard line. They're going to keep the ball keep the clock rolling. So it'll be 3rd down and about 4 yards to go.
You know, we discussed it earlier that they kind of mirror, Pulaski Academy tactics. I believe number 7 is their equivalent of our Mason Cobb.
Right. Austin Fraley. There's the snap.
That was to number 14 this time.
Certainly was. That's Landon Blair once again out there. He made his way up to the 35-yard line. Well, they're going to place it at 36, another first down for the Airedales.
It looks like they decided since incomplete passes aren't going to stop the clock, and might as well just do what they do best, which is run it up the middle.
Yep. Yeah, keep it on the ground.
So Landon Blair's still out there. 39 has been out there. Keegan Roseberry's been out despite whoever's taken the snap.
Blair's in the shotgun. There's the snap. He's looking to the right side to pass. There it is. It's up in the air. He's got a man downfield. Oh, and let's see who came down with it. I believe that was number 8. Yes, it was. That's Clay James, who came down with that interception in the end zone. It'll be Bruins football at the 20-yard line.
That was an excellent play on the ball by James there. He just saw it all the way into his hands, was able to kind of box out the receiver and come up with it.
Let's see. Gene Baumgardner says, love my Bruins. Gene is Papu to the Chandler, Campbell, and Carson. Never misses a ball game, even from his hospital bed.
Oh,
so proud of the Bruins.
Well, hope you get better. Whatever brought you there. Hope you. Oh wow!
Had surgery, and Gene, hope you're getting better.
Well, I hope he did not watch that Razorback game.
Yeah, I caught the details of that in halftime. Here's the Bruins. There's the snap. Little play fake to Woods. This one goes to number 4. That's number 1, Mason Cobb. He forces his way up to the 31-yard line. That's just enough for a first down for the Bruins.
And Bruffett is out there in the shotgun, so Bratcher's night might be done. Jack Polk is out there. Andrew Cobb is out there on receiver at the slot position. There's a snap to Bruffett, and he hands off to, looks like Azarius Woods, who managed to find a crease on the right side and picks up about 6 or 7 yards for. Going to leave him a second down and about 4 to go.
He got wrapped up by number 34, Gabriel Jensen.
Let's see who else is out there that's kind of come on. Cobb is out there. Mason Cobb and Andrew Cobb both out there.
You got number 16, Nolan Bruffett, quarterback. Woods looks like he's going to set himself up on the left side. 2 receivers left to the right. There's the snap. He's looking to the right side. There's the pass. It was almost intercepted, but it was intended for Nate Cumming. He was lucky that one was not caught by the defender, number 3, Tanner Shelton.
Yeah, that popped out of his hands and, like you said, almost landed in Nate's hands, but he just could not come up with it. Didn't expect it to hop that way, but
no, he didn't. Bruffett in the shotgun. Woods on his right side this time. Twins on either side. Waiting for the snap. He's looking to the sidelines. 10 seconds on the play clock. There's the snap. Handoff to Woods right up the middle. He's at the 45, at the 50, the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20, and he runs out of bounds at the 16-yard line in Airedale territory. What a play for the Bruins. Isarius Woods coming in clutch once again.
Yeah, well, and he did an excellent job. He realized that a couple of those defenders were about to catch up with him, so he kind of swerved to the right and was able to pick up 5 or 10 more yards at the end of that run. and he comes out to catch his breath, I imagine. Oh, number 71 is in the backfield.
That's Wesley Coleman. Normally, and he's going to carry it. Wesley Coleman has the carry, and he's at the 15, at the 10, and he's forced down at the 5-yard line. Wesley Coleman, a left tackle for the Bruins. I think they were going to try and punch him in. Let's see if he stays out there. Nope, he's coming back out. He says he got an offensive play.
He barreled over his own player.
When you're as
I'm
big
not
as
sure it was
Buster is.
I don't think they drew it up that way, but
hey,
his own player was in front of him doing a good job of trying to block for him, but just
if all of the players in front of you just lay down and you run across the top of them,
yeah,
or you crawl across the top of them, you're not down yet.
Yeah, I don't think that's legal.
Well,
Garrett Pritchard's back there in the shotgun now, or they're next to Bruffett in the shotgun.
Nope, somebody calls delay of game against the Bruins.
Too much celebration after that big rumble and stumbling, bumbling by number 71 there.
That'll back them up, so they'll place the ball at the 10-yard line. First and goal from the 10-yard line.
They're keeping Brooks busy over here.
Most definitely. Here's Nolan Bruffett in the shotgun. He has a man in motion. There's the snap. Handoff goes to number 92 of the Bruins. That's Caleb Conrady. He passes the ball to Chase McCarver, and he forces his way into the end zone. Chase McCarver with a touchdown for the Bruins.
You know, I saw them practice that a few times, and they didn't get it right.
This time they did.
This time they did. Garrett Pritchard found his man on the left side.
You don't have to wonder where car 54 is now. He's in the end zone.
We're going to give Brooks a few minutes on that one.
Bennett Perkins, we're told, is still limping on his ankle on the sidelines, and it's uncertain if he will return to the game.
I think his night's done. I think a number of players are done for the night, most of the starters probably.
Here comes the extra point attempt by Clay James. It's up, and it's good. So the Bruins, with 3:34 and counting on the third quarter, the Bruins still lead 56-14.
Sideline's waiting to jump on top of Chase McCarver over there.
Correction, that's 57-14. They're having a good time with Chase. All right, we'll be right back. You're listening to Bruin Football on 101.1 FM, The Answer. Welcome back. The Bruins ready to kick off back to the Airedales. There's Clay James with the football on a tee, standing upright. It's a deep kick. It'll be fielded at the 12-yard line. He's at the 15, and he is met by the Bruins at the 20, and he's scrambling, trying to get his way around them, but nothing gives. He'll be stopped right there at the 20-yard line by number 18, Dylan Allison.
Well, and Dylan Allison actually missed on his first try. That was one of those guys that he kind of ducked under the tackle, and then he kind of got forced back into Dylan's hands by another defender on the right side. You know, it was interesting. I was watching Clay James on that after he kicked off, and he was kind of back there just watching and waiting, making sure he didn't need to play, safety, which he normally does anyways on defense. But, he's fast enough that he could, make up the ground where he needed to. But it's got to be nice to have, a kicker that can also do that.
It certainly is. 2:30 remaining in the third quarter. Bruins lead 57-14. The Airedales moving from right to left in front of us. There's the snap. It's going to be kept by number 7. That's Austin Fraley, and he makes his way to the left side. That's number 3. Tanner Shelton makes his way to the left side of the field and stops at the 35-yard line by number 18, Dylan Allison, once again.
Looks like Clay James has come off. I got number 20 out there. Layden Smith is playing the far side, cornerback spot. Number 30. Am I seeing that right? 25.
There's the snap. This time 3 is going to keep it. Tanner Shelton runs to the right side and then back into the middle. He's stopped initially by number 7, Chris Connell, just at the Airedale's 47-yard line. It's enough for an Alma first down.
Yeah, there was a den of Bruins by the end of that play. Looks like Cade Jones is out there in the cornerback position. Number 39, Zach Terry is out there.
That last scoring drive for the Bruins was a 6-play, 80-yard drive that resulted in a 10-yard touchdown pass from Bruffett to number 54, Chase McCarver. It took 5 minutes off the clock. Here's number 3, keeping it again, Tanner Shelton. Gets about a 5-yard gain on this one. He'll be stopped at the 48-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
I think Hunter Ney was in there at the end. He kind of whiffed on the initial tackle, but was able to find his feet and get back in there. But it was mostly just a den of Bruins again. I feel like we're probably going to be seeing a lot of that in the fourth quarter, which we're rapidly approaching with 40 seconds left in this quarter.
There's the snap, but it goes way over Tanner Shelton's head, but he's able to pull it down and get the pass complete to number 2, Peyton Canfield, before he gets his way out of bounds. Not sure why he tried that one, but he did get out of bounds. That'll move the ball up to the 40, about the 44-yard line.
Well, it was Drew Johnston on the stop. Oh, yeah, that was Drew Johnston and Kendall Pickett on the stop.
It's Tanner Shelton keeping on the play again this time, made his way up to the 40-yard line. That's enough for a first down for the Airedales.
And Drew Johnston's out there. We were missing Jalen Witcher tonight. He went out with an injury last week. He is in a boot tonight. We're not sure the exact nature of his injury. And that is the end of the third quarter with the Bruins leading the Airedales 57-14. We'll be back in just a few minutes. You're listening to Bruin Football on 101.1 FM, The Answer.
Welcome back. The Airedales have the ball, and let's see, they've already snapped it when we came back, and they just finished the play. We're stopped at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of about 7. Looks like number 3, once again, that's Tanner Shelton with the carry.
Hunter Ney was on the tackle there, number 35. They're looking at 2nd and 4.
Had the drum major's grandmother watching from Cleveland, Ohio. And that's from Madison, Ohio, Tony Alexander. Thank you for watching and for listening. Chase McCarver's grandparents are also watching.
But they enjoyed that last touchdown.
They did. Here's Tanner Shelton again. He's caught in the backfield this time by number 23 of the Bruins.
Kendall Pickett with a huge sack there. I mean, I didn't think he was going to go down. He just managed to get enough leverage to yank him backwards, and Shelton went stumbling for another 3 or 4 yards back there, although they gave him at the point of progress, so it's only 3rd and 11.
Mm-hmm.
But he went down about 4 yards beyond that.
That was a generous spot.
Yep.
Here's 3rd down, 11 yards to go, 10:44 remaining in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard, it still says 3rd, but it's the fourth quarter. Here's Tanner Shelton with the carry. He's making his way to the left side, still on his feet, dodging Bruins left and right, and forces his way out of bounds just outside the 40-yard line.
I believe we have some freshmen on the field. Number 49, Josh Cady.
Josh Cady, yeah.
Is out there. He's playing the cornerback spot close to us. Who else did I see out there? Number
49, number 20.
Yeah.
That's Layden Smith. He's a junior.
Looks like number 31, Sam Ryans. We haven't called his name in a while. Good to see him out there getting some time. If nothing else, it keeps him warm running around.
There's the snap. He's going to throw it downfield. It's complete to number 18. That's Marquise Peter. He's at the 20-yard line where he's brought down by number 25 of the Bruins. That's Cade Jones. That's another first down for the Airedales.
Looks like Drew Johnson's out there playing cornerback as well. Looks like, and Richard Griffith's out there on the line.
9:16 and counting on the clock here in the fourth quarter.
So Blair is out there in the shotgun again.
There's the snap. Little play fake. He's going to pass it. He's got a man in the end zone. Let's see. No, it sails over the head of number 5, Colton Bowerman.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a bit of a rocket there. That's not afraid to throw it. If he ever gets that under control, folks, opposing teams might want to take notice because as we saw earlier tonight, he did find that one receiver for, what was it? I don't know what the number ended up being, but it was about 50 yards. Most of it through the air, it seemed like.
It's Blair in the shotgun. Handoff to number 39, his go-to, Roseberry. Makes his way through the middle of the pack, and probably a gain of about 7, if I had to guess. They're going to place the ball at the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, so it'll be 3rd down and 2 yards to go. He is a workhorse for the Airedales. This time, number 14, Blair is going to keep it himself, run to the left side. He'll make it up to about the 5-yard line. That'll be 1st and goal for Alma.
Well, and they're hurrying it up, although it looks like we got an injured Alma player out there on the field. He's like about to get, nope, he's up.
Just slow to get up.
57, it's shaking his arm off. But he's standing up. He's ready to go. But they've kind of slowed it up a little bit. For a second there, they were going and going and going, but now they're
7:43 on the clock. Blair in the shotgun. There's the snap. Little shovel pass to 13, Ben Henley. He runs to the left side of the field, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Airedales.
And he just found some running room on that left side. Just didn't have anyone over there to stop him. But at this point, I think we're just looking to get out of this with no injuries.
Most certainly.
So the clock does stop on a touchdown.
Yes.
Exactly at 7 minutes and 30 seconds left out.
You can tell that we have some Airedale fans overhead tonight. They've got their video crew just above us, and they were kind of tapping their foot to the to the alma mater. The band was playing across the field, so they were kind of tapping along with it. I wondered what it was at first, and then I realized it. So good for them.
Somebody's keeping the beat up there.
Had a good interaction, several good interactions throughout the week with the play-by-play announcer from Alma. And seems like some really good guys they've got there on the radio crew for Alma. And they were just excited to be here. And we traded some information throughout the week, and it was nice to meet them face-to-face when they got here.
Well, and I was watching some of their stuff on YouTube, and, I mean, they seem like they have fun with it.
They do.
You know,
seems like it's been quite a while since we played Alma down here because the radio crew from Alma, they were commenting about our old press box. So, anyway, we've got a revamped press box from years ago, and so I guess it must have been 7 or 8 years ago when they were down here.
Goodness. Let's see, looking McClellan 24, Valley View 14 in the fourth quarter. There's the kick. Kickoff back to the Bruins. It's fielded at the 34-yard line by number 24. No, number 5.
Yep, that was J.D. White. He
sure
signaled
was.
fair catch as soon as he realized it was coming to him. Good awareness by him out there. Wes Coleman looks like he was running out there to join the offense. Are those freshmen out there? Let's see who's coming out. Mason Cobb's coming out. Look, probably I don't see number 12 or number 16 out there, so he's probably going to be in the shotgun.
You've got Grant Pino.
Grant.
He's a linebacker. He's in there. He's a senior this year.
Zarius Woods is out there. No, looks like they're going to.
So they've got Grant Pino on the right side. No, it looks like he's going to take the snap. And hang on. Before the
Had
snap,
to call a timeout.
Bruins.
Yep. Yeah, that game clock was down to 1 second when I looked over. So
let's take a timeout with them. Bruins leading this one 57-21 over Alma. We'll be right back. You're listening to Bruin Football on 101.1 FM, The Answer. Welcome back to Pulaski Academy. 7:09 remaining in the game. The Bruins lead 57-21. Airedale's scoring quickly here in the second half, making it look good.
Quickly, even though 5 minutes ran off the clock.
That's true.
You know, that's with the sportsmanship rule in place.
There's the snap. This snap goes to number 43, Grant Pino. He's running to the left side of the field. He gets tripped up. He's at the 40. Across to the 45-yard line where he gets pulled down by number 7, Austin Fraley. That'll be a first down for the Bruins.
Oh, no, he's signaling second down, but
let's see where they place it. Nope, they're going to – that's a very ingenuous spot, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
They're going to place that ball at the 43-yard line.
Well, Pino got an ovation from the sidelines there after his effort.
2nd and 1.
Who is Bruffett's back under the shotgun?
Yeah, he's got number 22, it looks like. Carter Beerbaum, is that right?
Mm-hmm. And number
24. He hands that one off to Caleb Nichols. He tries to gain something on it, but it doesn't look like that one went anywhere.
Did you say Caleb Nichols?
That's what it looked like, 24.
Is he's back and healthy?
Let's see. Yeah, that's 24. Isn't that what he's wearing right there?
Yeah, yeah. Well, he was injured earlier in the season. Good to see him back out in the field.
Is that right? Yeah, getting a head nod.
Yep.
The person in the know.
But, yes, you also saw Carter Beerbaum back there as well. He did not get the handoff, though.
There's the snap to Bratcher. Hands off to number 24, Nichols. Makes his way up to the 50-yard line, to the 49, so he's inside Airedale's territory. Second down and about 4 to go.
And barreled over an Airedale defender at the end there. Not showing any rust on his side.
Here's Bruffett once again in the shotgun. Here's a man on his right side. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. From the 49-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Before the snap, there's a flag that comes in from the near side of the field. He's motioning to the defense. Encroachment against the defense. So that's going to give them the first down for the Bruins. They'll spot the ball at the 44-yard line in Airedale territory. 1st and 10, 5:21 on the clock.
It does stop the clock briefly, but now it's ticking again.
Bruffett in the shotgun. There's a man on his right side. There's the snap. Handoff goes to number 22. That's Carter Beerbaum. He made his way up to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of about 3.
And Drew Dame is out there on the far side, the receiver spot, wide receiver spot. Dylan Allison's out there in the slot, as is Miles Marotti. Good to see them out there. And then I think I see number 17 out there, Brandon Perkins on the far side, also in the receiver spot.
Certainly do. Bruffett in the shotgun with an empty set. He has a man in motion now. There's the snap. There's a pass. It's complete to Dylan Allison. He's across the 45. He's going to dance across and finally find his way out of bounds at the 42-yard line. It's about a gain of 2. Nope, I'm sorry, gain of 1.
Took out one of our cameramen down there. Might get a good shot from that. Yep.
He's okay.
Well,
you know, they've got.
I'm sorry. Yes, is he okay?
He's got a radio on, so I'm sure Sarah Gorman was she heard all the audio of that hit.
Looks like Trace Hawkins and Dane Warburton are out there on the line. And Graham Shear is out there as well, blocking.
There's Bruffett has the snap. Throw. The pass is good to Will Shelton up the left side. And he's stopped at the, what's that, about the 37-yard line.
Now, Bauer Stafford's out there in the wide receiver spot now.
That'll bring up 4th down.
Caleb Smith's out there on the right tackle.
4th down and about 3 yards to go.
And the clock's down to 3 minutes and 20 seconds left now. Caleb Nichols is back out there.
Bruins leading this one 57-21 here in the 4th quarter. Just over 3 minutes remaining in the game. Here's the Bruins for 4th and 3. Bruffett has the snap. He's looking to the left side. Looking to pass, but he's got nothing. He's wrapped up in the backfield by number 34. That's Gabriel Jensen.
He's out there. Number 42.
Your guess
Nick
is good.
Gazole
Sure.
is out there as well, but that was 4th down. So, Bruffett has taken 2 pretty not great licks there tonight.
I'm going to turn to our producer on my left side and see if she knows how to say that last name. Nick Gazole. Is that right?
She's giving the same signal that the opposing teams do when they're trying to figure out why the Bruins aren't retrieving a punt.
Oh.
The universal, I don't know.
Right. All right. Here's the pass from number 14 of the Airedales. It's complete to number 5. That's Colton Bowerman. He's brought down right at the 40-yard line in Bruin territory. So that'll move the chains. 1st down for the Airedales.
I think that was Kendall Pickett on the tackle. He hit him as soon as he caught that ball.
Certainly did. He wrapped him up quickly. So they actually spotted that ball at the Bruins' 41-yard line. 1st and 10. There's the snap. Little play action. Pass is out there. It's going to sail over the head of number 5, Colton Bowerman. It was about 10 yards in front of him.
Oh, and I'm trying to see who was on the defense there.
1 minute, 35 seconds remaining in this game and counting.
Am I seeing Ethan Jones? Is that number 33? I think that's who I'm seeing.
Here's 2nd and 10 for the Airedales. This time the handoff goes to number 39, Roseberry. He forces his way up the middle doing what he does best, and he stopped at the 37-yard line. That'll be 3rd down. Nope, they're going to back it up a yard. 3rd down and about 7 to go.
And correction, that was Kendall Pickett on that previous play. I couldn't figure out if it was a 2 or a 3 there.
Here's Blair in the shotgun. There's the snap. He's looking to pass. The pass is out there. He's got a man down there. Let's see. No.
Ooh.
It was intended for number 2, Peyton Canfield, and it was, again, just leading him too far. So that'll bring up 4th down, 6 yards to go for the Airedales.
Reed Terry just hustled out there. Another freshman defensive lineman out there on the field. Number 31's out there as well. Sam Ryan, sophomore. There's going to be time for one more play, it looks like.
There's the snap. Looking to the left side to pass. The pass is complete to number 18. That's Marquise Peter. He's still on his feet. There he goes. He's brought down at the Bruins 27-yard line. And that will move the chains for the Airedales. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that is a ball game. Your final score here from Pulaski Academy, Bruins 57, Alma Airedales 21. Stick around. We'll be right back with some highlights of the game, some thoughts afterwards. Send us your texts to close this one out, 501-570-6464. We'll be right back. You're listening to Bruin Football on 101.1 FM, The Answer. Welcome back to Pulaski Academy. This one is in the books, the first round of the playoffs, and the Alma Airedales are heading home. Their season is over, and I tell you, it's a great group of kids, great group of coaches and staff. Very nice to meet them. The Bruins win this one 57-21. Oh, the scoreboard, of course. Let me bring that back up. We've got other scores around the state to cover, so let me bring that one up. Anything while I'm bringing that up, guys?
I'll go ahead and give out my bear paws real quick. On the offense, Merritt Jones gets it tonight. He had a lot of good catches in the first half, and especially that one huge catch that just came down right into his hands. He was falling backwards, and I think it was good for about 30 yards, it seemed like. On the defense, Blake Titus was also stood out to me. He just had a lot of big stops in that first half, a lot of big tackles, and did a good job in the backfield as well, getting in, or not in the backfield, in the secondary, but also getting in on the defense. So as for scores, we got, let's see here, Little Rock McClellan is leading 24-14 against Valley View in the fourth quarter.
Hey, as a safety issue, I think somebody needs to go upstairs.
Harrison is leading Whitehall 49-7. That's a final. Morrilton beat Little Rock Parkview 28-26. Blytheville is leading Hot Springs Lakeside 34-20 in the fourth quarter. Little Rock Christian is leading Greenbrier 56-26 in the fourth quarter. There's a final down in Texarkana. They beat Nettleton 27-7, and there's a final win. They beat Camden Fairview 10-6. So, got two more games that we're waiting to complete, including we got a final
Score finally there
at
in
Little
McClellan.
Rock McClellan.
So we will be facing Little Rock McClellan, which we've played McClellan the last 2 years, is that right, in the state championship at War Memorial. This year we're going to face them right here at Rector Field
Next week,
and
7 o'clock.
So
As far as statistics go, the big part of the game was already the first half, and so altogether at halftime we had 572 total yards, and we ended up with 682, so we only added another 110 yards. As far as rushing goes, we added about 12 yards there, and so we had a total of 30 rushes for 379 yards and 30 receptions for 379 yards and 25 carries for 303 yards. So
wow,
we knew the first half was the big part of the ball game, and we figured that the second half wasn't going to be near as productive. So anyway, that's what we ended up with tonight. But I'm looking forward to playing the McClellan Lions next week.
that is going to
be a good ball game.
A good ball game. Bundle up. It's going to be cold, and I know
Get out early because the parking's going to fill up quickly.
That is true. Come out early. Come out prepared, and be ready to watch some incredible football.
Yeah, it's going to be a good ball game.
So let's see. Let's run down the scores around one more time. Final score in Morrilton. Morrilton wins by 2 points, 28-26 over Parkview. Parkview's season is over a lot sooner than I expected it to be. Harrison, no surprise there, beating Whitehall 49-7 at Harrison.
Harrison has a good football team.
Yes, they do.
I remember last year they played, and I think if they hadn't had their star running back hurt last year, we still would have beaten them last year, but it would have been a lot different ball game, I think, for them. But I'm looking for them to be they might be at the finish. Who knows?
Well, they're going to be they're on our side of the bracket. So if we beat McClellan next week, then we'd probably play them or the winner of Harrison and I guess Morrilton. I'm not sure who's on.
Let's see. Harrison will play Win or Camden
Win.
Fairview.
They're going to play Win.
They'll play Win next week.
Yep.
So, the ones that we don't have a final score on just yet, Hot Springs Lakeside 20, Blytheville 34. That one should be over anytime soon. And also Little Rock Christian leading Greenbrier 56-26. That one might as well call it as well.
Yep.
So I feel like the folks covering the polls this week as they were voting. We're going to go ahead and call that one.
Yeah. Speaking of calling it, I'm y'all ready to call it?
Do you have one other thing? Do you have anything on Texarkana tonight?
Texarkana 27, Nettleton 7. Final
okay.
score.
All right. they went down a division and from 6A to 5A, and so they've got a lot of tradition along their lines. They're the Razorbacks. So anyway, we got to root for them. I'm talking about the college Razorbacks tomorrow, but anyway.
That's right, because they are the Razorbacks
That's
too.
right.
They
sure are.
Texarkana Razorbacks. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us, everyone, on the radio and on the live stream as well. On behalf of the entire PA Live crew, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time right back here, 7 o'clock next Friday night. The Pulaski Academy Bruins will be hosting the
McClellan Crimson Lions.
Crimson Lions.
Not
That's
the
right.
Alma Airedale.
Yeah, it's hard enough.
Okay, well, we got rid of that, haven't we?
Thank you so much. We'll see you next week. Good night, good luck, and 73.
And thank you for helping us get through hard times. And I pray that you'd continue to bless our families that need you and that have lost loved ones, and help them feel your presence in there and something good come out of everything. I know that no matter how bad it seems, something good can come out of everything. We appreciate that. I pray that you'd continue to always bless our spirit squads and team, and help them realize that they're role models for you, and people are watching them and they have the opportunity to do that. I thank you and hope you would help us to understand how lucky we are for everything that you've given us, the place you've put us, and help us take the time to reach out and thank people that helped us get there, and thinking about all the people that sacrificed for us to have what we have. I pray that you'd bless both teams throughout this week, help us be safe and secure, and help our students as they go out into the communities and show people what you've done for them. In God's name I pray, amen.